I think, oh geez, I think what you would classify this as is I'm a garbage man taking out the trash because Slowbro and Delphox are not good. But welcome in, everybody. Today it's going to be Slowbro and Mega Delphox. Slowbro is, it really is just a good card to have in Slowking as a one of, but I tried to play Slowbro on its own and it's just, it's fine. Yeah, they're killing Pokemon Bank, which is fine. And if you notice the patch notes are out, please let me know. Usually it's at like 2:33. So that's, 30 minutes from now, an hour from now. But that is, that's what we're gonna be on the lookout for that. There should be patch notes today because they do an update every single month. And this would be the only week that actually makes sense. And as was pointed out on the Discord, they don't have a pre-release scheduled for after next week. So they kind of need to do that. So there's lots to get to. Yeah, but that's enough. That's the thing. That's enough. It's only good against Testicle Festival, but that's good, right? It's like if they have their Shaman or whatever down, this guy helps you out immensely. So we'll be playing that, and then Delphox. Like, let's be honest. Nobody ever thought this was going to be a good card. I'm gonna need your advice. I'm gonna need some help with this because this card is not good. But I have a couple of lists. So like this where is it? This one. Oh geez. The water megas. The water megas, we got Aurorus, we got Mega Frostlash, there's Mega Greninja. This deck is weird, but it's interesting. You gotta rely on Grantry. I have a fire build that did not do anything in my testing, and okay, just quiet, okay? Just it has to be there, okay? Just let it happen. So we're gonna have to make some changes, but that's the second half of the stream. All right, I'm gonna go live on YouTube. Hopefully nothing breaks. Hopefully nothing breaks in. Hopefully nothing breaks in. Hopefully nothing breaks in. Oh god, that hurt. And yeah, but you're putting thought into it. I'm doing the wacky thing that doesn't make any sense. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, we'll do the Slowking list first. So I'm going to ease into it. We're going to go live on YouTube. I just want to make sure that that's working. And then, yeah, we'll kick things into gear. We'll kick things into Poké gear. And it appears everything is working on the YouTube end. So I should be inside of many people on YouTube. So press 1 if I'm inside of you right now, or press 2 if you want me to be inside of you, inside of your eyeballs. So press 1 if I'm inside your balls. All right, so there's not much to talk about with Delphox and Slowbro. It's just they're megas that were gym promos in Japan, which means, translation, they suck. Mega Slowbro was one of the very few Pokemon gym promos that actually make sense. But we got this. And never let me down. Yes, I am playing Giratina and Unown in the list. No, they're not out yet. Speaking of 30th celebration, we will talk about it a little bit. Oh, it's fantastic. Fan-flippin-tastic. And Brett, welcome in. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. I'll be live on YouTube every single time. Oh, I'm going to... Every toe is going to be smooched today. Press 1 if you want me to smooch your toes. But the only pushback I had on the top 10 list was Alolan Exeggutor and Ditto. And Mo Money, thank you. I will continue to stream on YouTube for the rest of the month, but then next month it's back to Twitch only. And hey, Tank, it's okay to come early. All right, I'm used to it. We're all accepted here. And Marowak, hello. Hello there. And so Alolan Exeggutor, people, if anyone says, hey, Pilot, why aren't you high on Alolan Exeggutor? They will just knock out your Meganium. What the hell is this hand? Okay, I guess I attach to the Slowpoke and go Poké Pad for Slowking. I mean, I could go for this. I could smooch some toes right now. But that doesn't seem fun. Let's be stupid, right? Let's do the opposite of what every Slowking player should do in this situation. Instead of doing the right thing, let's do the opposite of what every single Slowking player should do. All right, so I guess I want Telepathic, and then the next card doesn't matter because I'll be using Telepathic to shuffle the deck. All right, and then end turn. As long as they don't have a turn 2 everything, we will be okay. Well, no, Incineroar, the thing with the Alolan Exeggutor deck is that it goes from having 400 hit points to 150 hit points if they knock out Meganium. So that's the thing, is like, if you're playing an Exeggutor deck, it does not work unless you have Meganium, but they both give up 1 prize. So why would they bother going after your Exeggutor, which has 400, maybe 500 hit points, when they can just be like, I'll just knock out your Meganium, and then now your Exeggutor is within range of a Phantom Dive, and now what the hell are you supposed to do? Or better yet, it's now in range of a Dusknoir and a Munkidori, right? There's just every Dragapult deck is just gonna be like, I'm not gonna hit into your Exeggutor, that makes no sense. And even if I did, you still have to 3-shot me. And what do I think of Starmie with Rocket Strobat? I mean, I haven't tried it, but, you know, anything to spread cheeks, you know, if you can spread damage counters like their cheeks, you're good. And Oppenheimer, hey, you can't really read the sub message. That's cool. There we go. Oppenheimer, thank you for the sub. What did you get me for our anniversary besides money? So if you ask, why am I not super stoked about Exeggutor, but obviously I will, of course, be... Oh, that's fun. I will, of course, be putting in my Road Decks video, but it's just, they'll just knock out your Meganium, right? You don't have to do anything else. Just knock out Meganium. Hey, the game is over. I win. Then for Ditto. So I had someone comment, hey, where Ditto? Where is Ditto? Oh, there it is. So I'll talk about that in a second because it's my turn and I gotta think here. So here's something crazy is I could have put, you know, the next Pokemon. Oh, no, I couldn't have. I was going to say I could have had some Latinas. All right, so I just need Kyurem and we're fine. The problem with that is that I have to secret box away everything, but that's what we're going to do. And kilometers, damn straight. Okay, so we go for Academy at Night, Poké Pad, Lilies, and I guess Brave Bangle just to attach it to the active. So we go Academy at Night, Brave Bangle. Oh, I guess I didn't want Poké Pad. Oh, well, who cares? Again, we're doing everything wrong today. You know, we're just going to do everything that you shouldn't do as a Slowking player. That's the fun stuff. All right, then we retreat, go Academy at Night into Kyurem. It's totally fine. I wipe their butt, and there you go. How does Slowking beat Dragapult? This is how. This is how you go, hey, try Frost. More like try Honesty, am I right? But kilometers, I told you I'd be back for streaming in August, and you can always trust your pilot. So there you go. This is why Slowking has a chance, but I'm playing Mega Slowbro today. I only want to play 1 or maybe 2 games. Oh, hello. 1 or maybe 2 games with this list because it's 1 Slowbro. I want to play a Slowbro-focused deck to show you how bad it is. And just out of curiosity, would you rather have the chat like here? Would you rather have the chat up here? Do you like it down low or too slow? And Fuikoko, hey, if Reshiram EX is not a top card in this format right now, then Fuikoko. So you like it down low? Bottom left? Yeah, I prefer bottom left as well. Because if I put it up here, it's like it's in the middle of the screen, and then you gotta actually read it. You love it down low? There you go. You like it in the middle? Okay, Shiny Ray, you like expanded. You know, Shiny Ray, I know what you think, but you also like expanded. So what does that say about you? And remember, oh, there you go. Dragapult player, there you go. So I'm not winning with Slowbro. Remember that. This is not, I won with Slowking. I didn't win with Slowbro. Hey, you got to pay extra for a foot cam. Why not make it bigger? Because it covers my hand, right? Because the hand size is too big. You know, back in my day, you could see your full hand and you could see cards in full size, and then they changed it and they kept changing it every single time. And Marowak, we know you like it hard. We know you like to bone. And ABJ, we're using the Fun Cough Egregious. But that's what I wanted to talk about was the Ditto. Okay. And Oppenheimer, I enjoy playing with those balls. Surprisingly transform. I mean, you can't really read that tag. It's probably better to use the actual one, even though it sucks. All right, where's the elite list? I gotta go down all the way to the bottom. I think that's easier. I mean, it's not really easier to read, but at least it's black text on white card instead of black text on the dumbest background you've ever seen. Damn straight, Incineroaring. So, Ditto. Why did I not put Ditto in the top 10? There's, I think, 3 reasons, and I'll talk about this more in my full set list review, which is going... Okay. Huh. I guess. All right. Marowak, Tuesday night. I can only afford her once a week now. You know, the economy being what it is. So the reason Ditto is not good is threefold. Number 1, it takes 2 energy. Number 2, it's a coin flip. Number 3, whoever you transform into will have to take a hit. And Superfire, please comment on the video on Saturday. You're right. Oh, hello. Please comment on Saturday your ideas, because I am drawing a blank. Okay? Because I am drawing an absolute blank when it comes to this. You know, I'm shooting blanks when it comes to what I should be doing with Ditto. Because let's say everything goes right. Let's say you play Crispin, you flip heads, everything goes right. Who is even the correct Pokemon to go into? That's what I don't get, is who is the correct Pokemon that you're supposed to go into? Because remember, they will get a free attack. Wait, is Beedrill... Wait, No, Beedrill doesn't make sense. Yeah, Megas, obviously Megas. But, like, who? Right? Who makes... No, Spooge Nozzle, Heracross makes no sense. No, okay, no basics. None of that stuff. Like, who... Does anyone make sense? And we're 1-1. All right, we'll play one more, because I mean, this isn't going great. Zoroark is a terrible matchup for this deck to begin with. I still Metroid. No, we're playing Mega Delphox today. No, Among Us, we are not going to be playing with the Among Usy. No, Dragapult, because Dragapult, the thing with Dragapult is that Dracloak is the best card in that deck. So you wouldn't, like, you could surprisingly transform into Dragapult, but you still have to survive a hit. And it's like, yeah, I think Dragapult's probably the best partner. Right? Like, to be honest, Dragapult probably is the best, because you just go Crispin to Ditto, and then go into Dragapult, and then Dragapult's probably surviving a hit because they doesn't have a freaking weakness. TQ, Bastiodon's ability doesn't work if it's in the active. So that's the other problem, is it's whoever you transform into is stuck in the active, and it has to survive a hit. So you have to remember, whoever you transform into just sort of sits there, menacingly, just waiting to get beaten off. So you're sort of sitting there, and you know you're just waiting to get somebody. Just, hey, here's some lotion. Can you help me out here? Which is why I can't include this. I like your thinking. Get me out for no reason. So it's like, try to come up with an idea. Yes, the attack is funny. Okay, we understand that the attack is funny, and it's a Dusknoir doesn't work either because it'll get knocked out. And Marowak, I was thinking about a Dusknoir deck with Delphox, but I just know I won't have enough time. Forgotten One. Wait, I can poke holes in every idea you come up with like it's a condom. Right? Because with Wailord, you need to be ending your first supporter turn, your first attack supporter turn with a Misty's, not a Ditto. So that's the problem, is whatever you can think of, there's just not a good option. It's like, okay, well, what about Mega Frostlass? That's a Wally's target. It needs 1 energy. Why would you bother with... You can't really get 2 energy on it, right? Because the best options are going to be Megas that attack for a single energy, so you can Wally's it immediately, but Ditto requires 2 energy. All right, well, let's, yup, go into you. I guess I just Lilies and see what happens. Well, things definitely happened. What if you Ditto for Ditto? Well, actually, well, that, I mean, that'll work, but it's just, you can't do anything after that. So there's so much Megazard. I would rather use like Delphox or something. If you think I'm perverse for saying Wallies as a verb, you haven't seen my biggest folder on my computer. So again, if you have, yeah, maybe Venusaur, but then again, Venusaur has to survive a hit. If they're playing Dragapult Blaziken, they'll just go Blaziken, knock out your Venusaur. You just gave me 3 free prizes and you didn't even do anything. Oh no. Oh no. Not the turn 2 call for family. Oh no. Oh, I do not feel bad for you. What about one of the evolutions? The Eevee, there's an Eevee that evolves right away for free. Right? There's an Eevee that evolves right away for free. So it's just like, and then Megas, you have to get 2 energy on Ditto to attack, but you don't want 2 energy on Ditto if in a single prize deck. Jacinthe, but you want to, Jacinthe is fine, but you'd much rather just attack with Frillish. All right, well, that's Academy at night and do the thing and, yup. Retreat, knock out the Drillbur. I guess I knock out Drillbur and, I mean, it should be Drillbur, and then hit into the Meowth. Palafini X. Ooh, that's an interesting one, John Ham. That's actually a really interesting one. Yeah, Mero, you gotta bone somebody. But yeah, Ditto with my, but then again, Mega Delphox would do nothing for 2 turns, right? And then Mega Venusaur Meganium, yeah, that's fine. But again, you have to survive a hit. Whoever you transform into is going to take a hit. And that's the biggest problem with the card. All right, there's a Boomer energy. That's pretty funny. So let's go smooch them toes. Yeah, we only took 2 prizes. That was on purpose. Because now I can knock out a Meowth and then 2 Beldum and that's game. It's like you don't know me at all, Geezer Bum. It's like you don't even know me. It's like you're not even on the same wavelength. What about Mega Lucario? That's a terrible, terrible idea. Hey. No, I'm a boomer at heart. Okay, I can go all night. Just give me some pills, right? They made pills specifically for people like me. But it's just every idea I try to come up with, I'm like, this is just worse than Delphox. This is just slacking EX. Yeah, that's not terrible. All right, I think I just win, right? I think that's just GG. Yeah, as long as I don't prize the second Kyurem, that's just GG. And Ryusham, yeah, you'll see it in my my set list review. Remember, Saturday is the set list review. Fun fact, it is exactly 1 month before the set actually comes out. I will have my full set list review. And would you look at that? So none of these games were competitive, but I went 2-1. Phase 3 meta decks went 2-1. There you go. And because remember that I do 3 different types of videos. There's the Gengar if you want to see. Oh God. So remember that I do 3 different types of preview videos. Hey, what happens on Tuesday nights at the end of my session with Mistress Paddlebottom? There's a chaotic stain. Get it? There's a chaotic stain because the attack is chaotic pain. Yeah, I didn't even attack with Mega Slowbro at all. So now we're playing the bad versions. All right, it's Flameo Hotman. Tier X, nothing's hitting 350 turn 2. What about weakness? What about weakness? Do I want, wait, what am I playing? I want to smooch some toes. All right, so yeah, there's Gengar. It has the same ability as Wheezing from 151, which provided me one of the worst streams I've ever done. I think that should be on the VODs channel, so if you've never watched it, go ahead. It's horrible. But like, this is playable. I'll put probably in my, I just don't know, because remember, there's road decks, new decks, old decks with new cards. So there's 3 different videos. Finding where they go is kind of tough. Like, I think I can do all 3. It's not going to look pretty. Like, there's the number 1 new card in the set is Mew EX. That's just a one of in certain decks. Unknown is like a one of in certain decks. But Grasshopper, every time I do that, she gets stuck in the washing machine. You know, it's like she does it on purpose. So yeah, I don't think Gengar's good, but yeah, you just put it with Mega Gengar and see what happens, and Grimsleys and stuff like that, and it could be somewhat interesting. Marowak, you're a terrible person. But like, I'm for my set list review, I have things separated. Oh, here's a funny thing. I was going to put a picture of Clamburglar, but that's not there. So you notice in the bottom left, there's comment. Oh, I guess that's not a good example. I'll point out the fun fact in a minute. All right, so here we go. We have to go for, I can't get Smoochum. I have to get Dunsparce. Is this just like a double Dunsparce situation? I think so. I think this is just a double Dunsparce and hope. Sure, there we go. All right, so let me put a actually good option there. Let's put, oh crap, what did I, there's got to be something, nothing's coming to mind right now. What's Hydreigon? I think Hydreigon, bail me out here. Hydreigon, bail me out. Christian, bail me out. Yes, there we go. Okay, so you can't really see it because it's blurry, but notice in the bottom left, that is a circle. There are only 2 types of rarities for non-EXs in 30th Celebration, common and rare. There are no uncommon cards in 30th Celebration. So if you, that's a fun fact you learned today that I will point out in one of the, probably in the set list review, is there, and Ditto is for cheating into Palafin EX. But Eevee, you have to remember, Ditto needs 2 energy. Palafin only wants 1. So what are the benefit these nuts in your mouth for having, you know, you have to go through all these hoopas. You have to play Crispin, you have to play Backtrack Badge, you have to do all this stuff. And it's like, at the end of the day, was it really worth it? So yeah, there's your useless fun fact of the day, is uncommons do not exist in 30th Celebration. Random, fun, useless fact. So there's commons, rares, EXs, and then ultra rares. Seems like a Palafun idea. Yes, it does. All right, so yeah, Mega Slowbro, if you don't know what it does 180, so it one-shots Dragapult. It one-shots Dragapult. And then, you know, you take 12 damage counters to the face. You just need a playable hand, which I don't have, which is slightly oh, they think this is Slowking. they think this is something that this is definitely not. All right, so I think I win now, right? Because they got the stupid watchtower. Oh my God. This is not fair. Okay? This is not fair that I'm facing the damn Dragapult with watchtower. Oh man. Well, T-Rex, actually, it's a good thing that there's so many commons, because commons are 40 credits. So it's fine, I think. I think it's fine, because there'll be 40 credits for a lot of the cards, and then the rares will be 400 credits as always. And I am refreshing the page for the patch notes, and I should probably talk about my notes that I have set up, because I need to close as many tabs as possible. So for Slowbro, I think this list has 2 Jacinthe. I saw some with 4, which is overkill, because if the game goes on that long, you're probably going to lose. But for Jacinthe, just a max healing build is possible. That's about all I have for Slowking. For Delphox, I saw Typhlosion Delphox. You could go with, you know, for Dust Noir, with like Togekiss or something. You go with Cradilly. You could Cradilly Dally some people. And then remind me about Lumio City, because Lumio City actually makes sense. And uh-oh, there we go. No, Zam is Zamazenta, okay? Well, you can't play Wally in this list. That is the thing. You have to play Jacinthe because you can't play Wally since Slowbro requires 3 energy. So Wally is off the table because he saw a Gardevoir and had to do stuff to it. All right, so this is fine. Lena, welcome in. I see you're on Twitch and not YouTube. Thank you. And here, yeah, so it's not like 25th Celebration. That's what you have to remember, is this is nothing like 25th Celebration. 30th Celebration is going to be absolutely horrible for crafting. Yeah, Tank Slowbro and Tank Delphox. Yeah, Hero's Cape is the ace spec. You don't have mod access? True. And I don't know how to give people mod status. I think I only have 1 stadium in this deck, so naturally I'll never be able to find it. Vertrums, hey, I was back before. But what do you do against Alakazam? There's 4 Judge. So you hope. You play Hero's Cape and that and hope. And Shiny Ray, it's probably going to be an update next week. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have one till 30th Celebration. But what you have to remember is that my butt is getting sucked right now. Shay? Oh, absolutely. If you spend any money in PDCGL, you're wasting money. You know, I have a starter guide on YouTube. If you go to playlist, you'll see my starter guide. They literally give you 10 free decks to start, and most of them are competitive. And Joe, for sure. Yeah, Shay, this is not TCG Pocket. TCG Pocket is terrible. I could not imagine how insanely difficult it would be for just a new player to play TCG Pocket. Like, I've been playing TCG Pocket since day -30 because I moved to New Zealand. And you can't spend money in PDCGL. You can spend money on codes outside of PDCGL. And Agatha, how's your hunt going trying to bang Professor Oak? You know, he's only got eyes for Ash's mom. You know, I probably should be paying attention to what's happening here, but it's Dragapult. I've faced Dragapult thousands of times. Yeah, like TCG Pocket, I literally have 6,000 pack hourglasses in TCG Pocket, and I play like 2 or 3 times a week just to open my packs. And yeah, no, you spend 0 money. You spend $0, $0 and 0 cents. Spend 0 monies on this game. I have guides to help you with everything. All right, so I need a little bit of help here. If Judge could bail me out, that'd be great. That's Hilda. That is not helpful. Hilda is, I mean, I guess technically Hilda's okay, but it's the damn Watchtower. All right, that's fine. Actually, no, what I should have done is, oh yeah, I take 200 damage to the face. That's cool. All right, so I have to go Poké Pad for Slowpoke. And then they have Munkidori, so if they have a Darkness Energy, they win. Oh god, is this what I have to do? Oh no. Please, please no, PDCGL, please. PDCGL, have mercy on me. I don't want to do this, but I have to. Because I have to thin the deck because I need playable cards. I gotta just thin the deck. That's what we're doing. I gotta thin the deck and hope. Yeah, I forgot about the Hilda for Telepathic for Lillie's Clefairy. But to be fair, I haven't checked to see if, you know, I can't, wait, I can time people out on YouTube, but I can't. Yep, they got it. I knew they'd get it. Judge into everything, of course. All right, everyone type what body part you like putting in your mouth the most so we get that bad message off the screen, because this is a family-friendly channel. We do not swear here. So this is a family-friendly channel. So please tell me with one word, what is the favorite body part to put in your mouth? Because this is a family-friendly channel. We cannot have bad words on the screen. And she farted in my mouth. Fantastic. Shoulder? Kilometers, get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, so yeah, like there's not a whole lot that I need to like ask about because I'm pretty solid. Like Charum, this card, the more I looked into this, I put this in the mid-tier category, and then I did my write-up about it, and I'm like, this does not belong there. Right? This is no, I do not like pork shoulder. Vertrums, no, the deck is fine. They hit me with a watchtower. If they didn't hit me with a watchtower at the exact right time for them and then hit me with the bosses at the exact right time for them, I would have won. They happened to get the watchtower that ruined everything. Sure, Vertrums, sure. All right, so Charum, like you look at this, it's like, hey, it's fine, but there's other Pokemon that accelerate energy, and it's like you don't have to waste a Forest of Vitality, a Cherubi, which is 40 hit points. Yeah, like there's Azurill, thank you, which is coming out in Delta Rain, which is just free energy acceleration. There's Charum. So like I put it in the mid-tier category, then I was writing, I'm like, this doesn't belong in the mid-tier category. This is never going to see play. Did I just top deck Telepathic? That's insanity. All right, so we go Telepathic for, I guess, Latinas and Smoochum. I think that makes sense. And then I go, because I'm pretty sure I just win this matchup, right? I'm pretty sure that's just GG, and I will use Lilies, even though I know I'll get 8 unplayable cards. It'll be like 8 energy or something. Ooh, hello. I take that back. All right, and just to be safe, I will split them. Yeah, it's just, is there a reason for Kieran? Mega Slowbro does 180. Mega Slowbro does 180, so Kieran gets you up to 210. And that's fantastic. That is, give me a Hilda, baby. Or just give me a Slowbro and a Telepathic. That's fine, too. That's also fine. So, yeah, Charum, I don't see, there's so many better cards that make more sense. All right, well, let's evolve into this one. Now, the question is, do I just keep accelerating energy and just thinning out my deck? Nah, we don't do smart things here. We don't do smart things here. That's what idiots do. And what do I think about Ray being S tier? I talked about it in the video. It's not real. Like, yes, Ray is very strong. I always knew it was going to be strong, but it's not. Dragapult will just play like Tapu Koko EX and a Lightning Energy, right? Right? Like, I wanna say that, oh yeah, it's definitely real. Mega Rayquaza is gonna shake up the meta. Yeah, it's a strong deck, but the problem is that someone like Tapu Koko EX exists, and they'll just play Tapu Koko EX, and that just one-shots Mega Ray for a Lightning and a Colorless, and it has free retreat. So what are you supposed to do? Well, what you have to remember about Mega Ray is that Glass Trumpet's rotating, Crispin is rotating, a bunch of cards are rotating. You know, Energy Search Pro is rotating. So a lot of things are happening. And yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Requires you to read. Yeah, you don't even, like some Pokemon cards don't even have text on them. If you're wondering, you know, is the Pokemon TCG easy or difficult? Some Pokemon cards don't even have text on them. That should give you all you need to know, is that some cards just don't even have, you know, you don't have to read. They'll just say like, Gnaw, 10 damage, and that's it. So it's much easier. It's easier and it's free. And Shiny Ray, remember when we said Twin Leaf was PDCGL's end? Remember when we said TCG? Well, TCG Masters is awesome, and that's the one that I use. I should probably start playing Twin Leaf again, but I barely do anything, and I don't think they have 30th Celebration, or if they do, we'll see. And it probably falls in the same tier as Mega Excadrill and Hydrapple. Yeah, that's a decent guess. Like, obviously it's very powerful. Twinleaf.gg, baby. It's a Pokemon TCG live sim, just like TCG Masters. It's like TCG Masters, but, you know, better graphics. And why are they still here? Mike Messina, I understand that you're featured in a YouTube video, but just no. It's okay to concede. Oh, no, please, just don't. There's no one you can bring up. I can retreat everybody for free. Yeah, just like I'm trying to come up with ideas for 30th Celebrate. There we go. There's 3 and 2. But there's so many mid-tier cards. Like this Vivillain. What the hell is the point of Vivian? And Patrick Dempsey, I don't care about mega rarities. I don't care about higher rarities. I'm a basic boy. I'm just a basic boy trying to make his way in this world. Extra rarities, I don't mess around with those. You know, I assume they're real, right? I assume they're real. Like, what's the point of faking them? Just for internet points? I mean, sure, but who cares, right? If it's real or fake, at least the internet united behind something to really get behind it. You know, like for the win on a Saturday night, looking real good. We can all get behind it. And so, like, Chandelure, this is potentially going to be a playable card next year. Because you have to remember that Mega Chandelure remains in format, but we lose the Fire Chandelure. So if you want to have a single prize attacker in Chandelure, it's probably Lillie's Clefairy. But if you want to have another Chandelure in the deck, then, I mean, this guy does 130, burns and confuses. You know, Munkidori Confusion has won some games, Desperation Confusion. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. But like this, it could be a thing, right? It could be a thing. Any predictions for what's going to win Worlds? Well, oh, this is Slowking, by the way. It's either going to be Dragapult or a deck that beats Dragapult. Oh, crap. Okay, they got Lumio City. I can't click on it. I can't click on it. Oh, okay. I guess they prized whatever they needed. I guess whatever basic they needed, they prized. I'm assuming they prized 2 Bouffalont or something. But TCG Masters has a, you know, back button. You can hit TCG Masters from the back. So like, it's so like the whack-a-mole. Where's the whack-a-mole? It's Dragon D's nuts. There it is. Like this guy, you can't, King K Rule, thank you for the sub. So Blazing Uppercut, it's a lightning of fighting and a colorless for 250 damage. There's the Komodo Dragon coming in Delta Rain that King K Rule. Wait, is there? I don't think there's a Crocodile coming in any of those, so I don't know why I got sidetracked with that. All right, so let's go Clefairy in the active. We'll be fine. I will use your money for foot lotion. Every dollar I get goes towards foot lotion, and it's Dragapult. So it's 250 damage on a stage 2 for 3 energy. It's fine. With the Komodo in Delta Rain, yep, I knew this would happen. And Kuro Fox, you probably have me open on 2 separate things. If I had to guess, I'd say I am inside you in 2 separate ways right now. All right. Ooh, hey, we got all the things. Okay, so let's go Smoochum. Let's go Dunsparce Slowpoke. I'm going to hard retreat the Clefairy. We're going to get set up, and this is going to be a win. This is going to be the easiest win of my life. Unless they have everything, unless they have Dragapult, Fire, Rare Candy, and everything. So there's the Komodo that accelerates all energy from the top 6 cards of your deck. So like this could be a thing, right? It could just be a one of in the Tomoe deck just to do 250 damage. But like this is where we're at with 30th Celebration, where I'm like, maybe this card under the worst circumstances could maybe do something. And this is on the playable side. Thank you, Shiny Ray. Like, this is one of the more playable cards from the set. This is in the top half. Like, they put more work into Tomoe than they did this Cresselia. Like, what the hell is this? Could you give Cresselia a good card once in your life? Right, like, this is the kind of pack filler. What do I think of Komodo Dragon and Delta Rain? I'm super excited for it. The problem is they don't give us Dragon Pokemon anymore. Between Pitch Black and 30th Celebration, 3 Dragon Pokemon. So in 200 cards, 3 of them are Dragon D's nuts. And then we got something like this. All right, so I will attach to this guy. I mean, worst case scenario, well, they win next turn, but worst case scenario, I just may just, ooh, here we go. Okay. And then we shall retreat. Yeah, I think this is just checkmate, right? I think this is checkmate. Yeah, like this is the kind of stuff they're giving us in 30th Celebration that I have to make like a sentence or two about. And Lugia, yeah, 250 damage on Lugia. I'm definitely coping when it comes to that Lugia, and I know it's not good, but it's a thing, okay? It's a thing, and maybe I'll try and get it. Yeah, but Chris, you look at the history. King Karoni, hey, you got to pay a lot more money than that to get a toenail. You get the concept of a toenail. For the money you spent, you get the concept. You get the hope that maybe one day you'll see something. But like Cresselia is just so bad. Just give us something playable. Oh, boss's hors d'oeuvres on the Clefairy. Yep, they always got it like that. And then they stamp me. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Let me guess, I got the Watchtower too. The only thing that could make this turn better is if they also got the Watchtower. But remember, King Karoni, thank you for the gifted sub, is every time I talked about a deck, I compared in terms of Dragapults, and you look at what just happened. They have had the most insane turn. They've had Unfair Stamp, they've had bosses, they've had Dragapult. They got the energy, they got the Watchtower. Another gifted sub, thank you. You're still it needs to be 1,000 subs. But like, look at this. They have had the most perfect turn anyone could ever dream of as a Dragapult player, and they didn't even have to work for it that hard. Right? This is what I'm trying to explain, is that we don't stand a chance in this world. All right, so that's going to go down. I think I just Lily's Determination. And hey, that's a card that exists. All right, let's go. I mean, what do I even do here? All right, let's go Psychic Energy. Because this is the second game against Dragapult where they've just been like, yeah, I'll just get the stadium. And I don't think there's a stadium in this list anymore. Yeah, they literally always have it. So I have to go into the Slowbro. We have Jacinthe, which is good, but they always have it. And let me just quickly check to see if there's patch notes. Usually it's 3 p.m., which is 10 minutes from now. But King Karoni, I've always said for years that you get me to 1,000 subs on Twitch, I will show feet. I will show all the feet you want, but we're nowhere near that. No, I do not have a deluxe bomb build, because not even the Heroes Cape build is working. Right? Because every time I face Dragapult, they have everything, including the Watchtower. Not even a drawing of your toes. Use your imagine no drawing could do justice. You know, I'm not the star of Detective Pikachu. I cannot do Justice Smith to my perfection of toes with a drawing, okay? That would be doing a disservice to my toes. All right, but let's see if we can talk about another card. Oh yeah, like Seismitoad, right? Like you can't make a deck out of this card. All right, well they hit head. I don't care that they hit heads on the Slowbro. It's if they hit 2 heads on the Slowbro, then we're screwed. Also, I don't have another energy, so we're mega screwed. Hey, that's only available on my OF. So like Seismitoad, it's only 60 damage, which isn't great. And oh, how am I supposed to win? I need to top deck an energy. All right, well I got 300 damage. If I can top deck an energy, I win. It's that simple. We got a Poffin. Awesome. I really appreciate that Poffin there, guys. You know, that's just fantastic. We're just flip-flopping over here. All right, so 1497. And well, fun fact, dragons used to have a weakness. But yeah, the Seismitoad. Yeah, you need a slow bro job. All right, so during your opponent's next turn, whenever they try to use a trainer card, they flip a coin. If tails, they discard it instead of using it. So like, if they flip a single heads, like you could play neutralization zone and hope they just flip tails on all their stadiums and then you just win that way. The issue is that we have so many good single prize decks. Right? You look at Testicle Festivals, Alakazam, Slowking, something, Hide and Sneak. Like, even if you do well against the EX decks, you're going to lose to all the single prize decks. Yeah, if you fist a PDC GL dev, they're going to screw it up. You don't like its feet? Yeah, Palpitoad's feet are so nice. I don't think... what do I think of Cedar Box? It's a oh, well, here we go. I spoke it into existence. Here we go. It's a crutch. But, yeah, coin flip, they're just like, hey, we can't come up with new ideas for the TCG. Oh, it's not. It's Hydrapple, which is worse because they can one-shot Slowbro. But it's like, hey, we can't come up with new ideas. It's too much work. What should we do? I know, coin flips. That's cool. All right, so Poké Pad for Slowpoke. Slowpoke for Smoochum and Latinas. And then, yeah. Oh, fantastic. What a fantastic start we're having today. Aren't we just having fun today, everybody? Press 1 if you're having so much fun today. All right, well, maybe they will suck my butt a little bit. Maybe my butt will slightly get sucked and that'll be super fun. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that. Well, so there's only one, to be fair, there's only one. And I think I played the 60 hit point Dunsparce. Could have started that. But yeah, let me show you the Palpitoad. Oh, this is the best Palpitoad. Oh man, I can't even decide which the best Palpitoad art is. All right, so we're gonna have you're gonna press 1 for the fighting Palpitoad and 2 for the water Palpitoad, okay? Because I don't think you understand how good Palpitoad's feet are. Like, hey, remember, this is what Seismitoad looks like. Feet, not good. I mean, because you have to get past the pustules. Okay, getting past the pustules, you can't do that. But you look at, okay, so fighting Palpitoad is up first. Look at those piggies. Okay, so number 1 for this guy. They just knocked out my Dunsparce. But we've got more important things right now. So number 1 for fighting. Number 2 for water. You doing, step bro, okay? So 1 for fighting, 2 for water. Actually, you know what? I think the feet are better on this one. Yeah, I think the feet are definitely better on this one, but the toes are better on the other one. Right? So the feet are really nice on the water one, but I mean, look at the toes on that thing. Look at the little gumdrops on that thing. Yeah, see, there we go. So we're doing way more important things than my opponent's probably like, oh, this is a hard-fought battle. I'm sure they're mentally stressing themselves. Yeah, and it's winking. Yeah, it's like, Hey, bro, I know you want these. Ooh, I got my foot's all scrunched up. Ooh, remember when Ash had one of these? Yeah, there's a reason why Ash really didn't let his Palpitoad evolve. There's a reason why Ash didn't let his Palpitoad evolve, because he knew what I had. So, yeah, I think we can all agree this is the one that has the better toes, the other one has the better feet. Case closed. It ends in a tie. As all good things in life should end, it ends in a tie. All right, back to the game. They're going to base me with their Syrup Storm, which is fun. And we are potentially 5 minutes away from letting it get, from new patch notes. Get excited, everybody. There's a Dunsparce. All right, so that'll go there. Notice how we haven't had a single matchup where Shelnado Spin makes sense. Like, we've had Dragapult matchups, but Dragapult, it only works if you have Clefairy, and they knocked out my Clefairy even though I did everything right. Yeah, this is me jumping. It's like, hey, can you put your feet in my mouth? Yeah, this is me jumping, and then that's the last thing you see before you wake up with dreams is Pilot winking with his toes about to enter your open mouth. Yeah, we'll go to the Munkidori list right after this, because clearly this list is not working out. You're covering me with a Syrup Storm? Is that what you're saying? All right, I'm pretty sure I survive a hit, because it'll be 30, 90. So 30, 90, 150, 210, 270, 330. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Logarithms. This is a family-friendly channel. Which toe? Why settle at 1? You got to open why. I don't think you realize how open your mouth is going to be. Sell merch. Well, you can't sell merch with that because that would be copyright infringement. But I could put, other things. I could do other things. Yeah, I think what we discovered is that, unfortunately, you have to kind of play this with Munkidori. All right, well, let's see. If I can get a Lillie's, that would be perfect. I did not get a Lillie's. I got a Jumbo Ice Cream, too. Does that even help? Does a Jumbo Ice Cream even help? Because they're going to have all the things. I mean, maybe if I get multiple Jumbo Ice Creams. Then that'll do something. But, yeah, maybe if I take the knockout with the other Slowbro. All right, so let's get, do I retreat and attack with the other one? And then hope they can't take a knockout and just try to heal this guy? Because then they're just a bosses away from winning, and they can go to Hooters, and we don't want them to go to Hooters. So I think... God, I wish I had the bosses, then I could have, knocked out the Meganium or something. All right, so let's go. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good, but this is kind of what I have to do here. And Fox, well, hey, you should be syrupy right now. And Lapidus, I will be doing what I did one stream before today's stream, and then I think there's 4 or 5 more streams this month, and that'll be it for YouTube streams until who knows. Right, because I have to go back to Twitch just because my computer can't handle it, and it kind of splits my focus, which obviously isn't good. I barely have a stream of consciousness when people aren't yelling at me from 2 different sides of the internet. King Karoni, go to a floating bar. Go to a bar that is or go to a restaurant that's near a pool. You'll see all the feet you want. Or go to a restaurant on the beach. So many feet there. So here's the thing. If they don't do anything good my win condition is really funny because if they don't take a knockout this turn, I can Shellnado spin. Oh, no, I can't. Oh, God, why do you only do 180 damage? You're the worst Pokemon ever made. Yeah, this is pretty much just a good card against Festival Lead and Dragapult. Mistress Paddlebottom worked at Hooters a long time ago. Like a long time ago. No, she's ascended. I have yet to find one that doesn't fit in my mouth, so it's kind of hard to have a favorite. All right, but let's does anyone have any other opinions about my top 10 list before I do my full Uncle Jesse welcome in? But does anyone have any? Ooh, they didn't take a knockout. Okay, so here we go. I don't think I can win, but we'll try. Did I? Oh no, it's this went the wrong way. This is the wrong way around. Okay, so in this situation, believe it or not, if I can get a Wondrous Patch, I probably win. I did not get a Wondrous Patch, but we do have another Dunsparce. Yeah, we got that. Okay. We got a Wondrous Patch. All right, so if I go Wondrous Patch into Clefairy and then attach to the Clefairy and then go Latias, Slowpoke. Wait, no, I just take the knockout, right? Wait, I take the knockout and then... Oh, but a boss still screws me over. Okay, so I think what I do is I hit into the Fez. Oh, this is so bad. I think I hit into the Fez, or I hit into this guy. No, we hit into this guy, and then we hope they don't realize that the Fez is their win condition. And Mark? Wait, don't you mean I'm overestimating? Am I overestimating or underestimating? But what I'm doing with Illumise is I'm essentially saying if they ever get themselves into another position, like Downward Dog, where Dragapult is the #1 deck again, if they ever have a deck that's as strong as Dragapult, we have to assume they'll have a weakness, right? Are they about to attack with their Dipplin? They should not attack with their Dipplin. They should not attack with their Dipplin here, because it'll get knocked out. But yeah, it's just like, there's very few situations. I will build deck lists for the Rotom tools, because that seems kind of fun. Oh, God. And I don't think this makes Bug Out better, because, you know, Bug Out, you're only attacking with the Master Rain. I'm not making a YouTube video. I will not be making gameplay videos. I had a hard and fast rule that I would not be making YouTube videos until 30, like gameplay videos, until 30th Celebration is out. And Grimmsnarl never left. No, Kurofox. Oh, Kurofox clearly didn't watch my video. Everyone say L Kurofox. What comes after K in the alphabet? An L. But yeah, 3 times weakness really doesn't matter that much outside of Rotom. Yeah, clearly fake fan. But the thing is, so Watsy, I talked about this. Yes, in Genies, you might think in Genies it's good, but then you have to recall. Okay, well I bosses. Oh, I don't have the. Oh, that's right. I didn't take the knockout when I needed to. That is unfortunate. Well, we lost this one. That was fun. I should have been paying attention, but I blame all of you for getting me to talk. So what we learned through the first few games with this is that you absolutely have to play a Munkidori build. Healing is not as good as Munkidori, right? I would rather have Munkidori than Jacinthe. Or like, I mean, I know the deck has Jacinthe. And Idris, thank you for being my Shadowborn. All right, let's see. What do we got? Still no patch notes, though. So we know there's going to be an update next week, but they haven't posted the patch notes. So somebody screwed up. So we know there's going to be patch notes, or we know there's going to be a patch next week, but they don't have the patch notes out yet. So somebody screwed up. Because I'm checking on Twitter and doesn't look like they have anything. Ooh, hello, Smoochum. Got some toes I can smooch? Hey, it's Testicle Festival. All right, so that goes down, that goes down. They're not going to do anything, and then we just go end turn, and we hope for the best. Bianca's devotion? Hey, maybe. So we know so according to a viewer who will get banned if they're not right. So Idris will get banned if there's not a message when you log into PDCGL about their being maintenance. All right, so this is the matchup. This is the matchup we've all been waiting for. Elliot, if your toenail extends past the fat of your toe, you're doing it wrong. King Karoni, there's actually a section on the Discord to put Pokemon feet, because I'm going to do a Pokemon feet tier list at some point. So I do have a section on the Discord. If you want to go to the Discord and you want to put things there, go for it. All right, so we have a Munkidori, which is really good. I think just immediate Lilies. That's pretty good. So Telepathic goes there. Let's get Munkidori, and do I get another Smoochum? Because I'm going to have to essentially go into the Munkidori, let the Munkidori take a hit. No, I guess it should be the Latinas and just go for it here. So it should be the Latinas and just believe. Just Pokemon. So be a Pokemon feet tier list. I've had the idea of doing this for years. I've just never done it because it's going to take a surprising amount of work. Why is Diancie? Because it is a powerful attacker that's weak to metal, not darkness. So almost your entire deck is weak to darkness. Diancie is weak to metal. So against Zoroark, that's your only hope. So yes, I've had the idea for doing a Pokemon feet tier list, but I'd have to go through all 1,025 whatever, and that is not going to be easy. Well, yeah, I'll be on it's always a Tuesday. The only time it won't be a Tuesday patch is when 30th Celebration is out, unless they really screw up. Unless they really screw up. But it's happened, it happens quite often where they tell us that, hey, there's a patch coming next week. Okay, so what's changing? We don't know. Yeah, like I could wait until Winds and Waves, and that'd be really cool. All right, so I have to wait. I was just like, you need a Dipplin. You do know you need to evolve that. Yeah, but Wallop, I have to go through every Pokemon. Wug Trio Feet, thank you for the follow. I do have to go through every single Pokemon and separate them into, do they have feet? And then I also have to like a subcategory. And Shiny Ray, fun fact, that video was going to be out very soon, but then the entire 30th Celebration set list leaked, so I've had to push them back by about a month because the stupid 30th Celebration set list is all over the place. So don't worry, that video was 100% happening before 30th Celebration. It's just, this is what I talked about when I said I had to flip-flop. Logarithms, wishful thinking. All right, so we got the energy. That's cool. That goes there. And then I guess I should just synth? No, because that'll get the thing. And then we go Lilies. But no, I'm gonna have to do that on my own for sure. All right, so that's gonna go there. Let's Poké Pad out some things from the deck. Let's get Slowpoke and Smoochum. Mad Panda, thank you for the sub. And if you're on YouTube, you can give me money, but you won't get anything because I'm not going to set up the thingy thing because laziness, first off. You know, one of the things, you know, laziness, that's one of them. Okay, so here's what you have to remember about why Mega Slowbro is so good. Is with Dipplin, if Testicle Festival is in play, this Pokemon can attack twice. But it has to be this Pokemon. This Pokemon. So the Dipplin gets knocked out by the revenge damage. So it'll get knocked out. So they have to boss around the Mega Slowbro and probably just go for like the Munkidori and the Munkidori. But so they can't attack with the second Dipplin. That was one thing I screwed up on in the Pitch Black like preview video, is I made it seem like they could attack twice, or they'd have to set up to attack twice. No, they cannot attack twice. And Zeus, thank you for the sub. But yes, on YouTube, you can just give me money. On Twitch, if you have Amazon Prime, you can give me free money there without spending any money. And yeah, apparently they're giving out 2 free months of Audible. So if you're pretending like you want to be a quarterback in the NFL, you can call an Audible. That's the kind of quality stuff you'll get if you subscribe to me. If you subscribe to me, that's the kind of stuff you'll get for free. But the people on YouTube have YouTube Premium. And if you'll notice in the chat box, it'll tell you if you're on YouTube or you're on Twitch. That is one of the cool things from the multi-stream chat thing, is that it'll have your icon. So if you're on YouTube, say, wow, Pilot, you have such nice feet. I wish they were in my mouth right now. All right, well, we're in the same spot we were last turn. I just give them the Munkidori again, and then I siphon off the damage from the Munkidori pretty much just every single turn, and I put it on... Well, if I had 2 Munkidori, I could knock out the Applin. And Oreo, put that on the Discord. But, like, I have to go... That's the thing. I have to go through every single Pokemon, and I want to use Pokemon cards as, like, the progenitor of it. So I want to use Pokemon cards as the backbone. All right, so let's Adrenabrain. Let's put the damage on. I guess the Seeking, everyone gets knocked out. So we want to put it on someone who isn't cool. Oh, that was weird. And then there's no reason to bosses anybody because they don't currently have an attacker. So I guess it's just Hilda for, yeah, Mega Slowbro and Telepathic. And thank you, Shiny Ray. There we go. Hey, I had Secret Box the entire time. All right, so they need a bosses again, which I'm assuming they'll get because, I mean, they're only down 2. And then they got Gladion's Final Battle. But it's just, I don't think you understand how much work it's going to be to make a Pokemon feat tier list. Because I have to go through all 1,000 plus, split them up into what has a foot, what doesn't. I have to masterfully debate myself most times through because, you know, what is a foot? King Karoni, I import this Lugenschlagen from Germany. And that's what I use, but it's very expensive. And you have to be part of a certain group to get access to it. Fingers are the toes of the hands. All right, well, they're not using bosses, which is, I think, a mistake, or they're just out of bosses. Yeah, see, Incineroaring, you're asking the perfect questions. Like a hoof is not a foot. What Gardevoir has is not a foot. So it's like you're asking the smart questions. I gotta give him a thumbs up for that one. So that's the thing. I don't think you realize how many Pokemon have. Oh, they promoted the Seaking. All right, well, this is easy now. This is just super stupendously easy. No, a hoof is not a foot. And let's go Secret Box away, Energy Search, Smoochum, and that. I don't know what I got in the deck, but I'm sure I have like a Hero's Caper. Oh no, Secret Box is the A-Spec, duh. Actually, let's go for Jacinthe again, see if we can really piss him off. All right, and there's Night Stretcher for the monkey again. There we go. That's gonna go there. All right, what do you got? What do you got, bro? And I guess I Wondrous Patch to the Slowpoke just to have it. And then, sure, why not? Well, no, yeah, but a paw has toes. That's the thing. Like a paw has toes. So it's just, this is the thing. I have to, yeah, again, see, we're masterfully debating each other here. Do you see? I have to have this in private, in a room alone, of what is a foot, you know, and that's going to take a long time. And I have to do this for 1,000 different Pokemon, and then I have to put them in a tier list. Yeah, see, you are all actively engaged in this. This is what I have to do 1,000 times. We're doing this with like one or two Pokemon. I have to do this 1,000 times. So that's what I keep trying to tell you is I would love to do the feat tier list, but number one, it's not going to get very many views, and two, it's going to take a lot of work. Why not the live stream? Because it'd be so much prep work that it's just not worth it. All right, so there we go. So yeah, Mega Slowbro demolishes Festival Lead. And what? Yeah, like I could, but I still have to get pictures of every single Pokemon, right? I have to get a picture of every single 1,000 Pokemon and then separate them into categories. So the amount of prep work, it's just not worth it. And King Karoni, it's like, she's like, so what do you do for fun? Oh my God, have you ever heard of this streamer named Trust Your Pilot? He did a Pokemon feat tier list, and it is godly. You gotta see it. And then if she's interested in it, then you know you found your wife. Or I guess future ex-wife. So yeah, there's that Toxicroak. No, the Toxicroak, that's not as good. Okay, the Toxicroak is not as good. You had me thinking it was like front and center. And Wallop, there's just so many choices, but I think Palpitoad is definitely... That's not Palpitoad. I thought I had Palpitoad saved. Palpitoad is absolutely up there. All right, so let's go Poké Pad for another Slowpoke, because apparently I didn't get an energy, even though the deck plays like 12 of them. That would make way too much sense. Like, come on. It has human feet and the nicest rounded toes you've ever seen. We're facing a dark deck, so this is bad. What are those sleeves? This is the Pikachu 20th evolutions things. Aren't these the... Oh no, the generations. Is this generations? I think this is generations cosmetics. Shiny Ray would know. Shiny Ray's crazy. Mods, ban Incineroar for the L-Take. Oranguru feet are the best because they're hands. The only thing nicer than feet are feet hands. Yeah, it's generate. There you go. See, I'm a degenerate too. You know, we're all our minds are all cooked here. No, King Corona, that would get banned. That would get banned. But you have to remember, I have all these videos that I was planning on going live because I was. So you know the top 10 cards in 30th celebration I just did. That was supposed to go out on September 1st. That was literally supposed to go out on September 1st, but then literally every card was leaked. So I flip-flopped. All right, well, I have to be very careful here because, again, they are playing a dark deck, and this is like worst-case scenario. So let's do that. It's just a Flutter Mane in there. There's that guy. Hey, I got an energy. Fantastic. Okay, so in this situation, I go Telepathic to the Slowpoke. I need to, I guess, put the Lillie's Clefairy because that's also weak to metal. And then Poké Pad for the other Smoochum. Smoochum to the Jacinthe. Wait, did I prize the other Munkidori? It would appear so. So just, I can't, right? This would be maybe between, like, I'm probably going to run out of time between 30th Celebration and Delta Rain. I'm going to try to get more videos out that are, you know, unique. But it's what is it, like 50 days between 30th Celebration and Delta Rain? But some crazy idea that I have is having a video go up every day in December as part of that crazy just whole idea I had was a video every day in December and like a short every day next year. That's not going to happen, but I'm going to try. All right, so I'm in definitely some trouble here. Like I got my, oh, and Toxtricity's bad because it has 140 hit points and Judy Garland does 120 each. Yeah, see, this is the stuff I can't put my thoughts on. Frostbite, okay. It's just, I can't put too much thought into this because then I'll go down a rabbit hole. I will go inside a Lopunny hole. I will be deep inside one of Lopunny's holes if I think about this too much. Okay, and we can't do that. We can't get distracted. And like Umbreon. I mention Umbreon in the mid section because if Mew EX becomes a thing, this is just the easy way to one-shot Mew EX for a single energy in like any deck that can play a darkness energy. Right, so just again, this is what a mid-tier card. Okay, that's fine. S tier King Karoni. But you look at the Umbreon, it's like, yes, if you want to knock out Mew EX, there you go. I just don't think there's going to be many uses for it. Like you have to play a deck that doesn't rely heavily on dark types. This is not cool, bro. Okay, so what is my plan here? They hit into me with the Clefairy, or I can't retreat. So I'm thinking they're going to attack with the Yveltal, and if they do that, then I don't take any damage. Oh, they're gonna call for family. Okay, that's really easy because if I can find Power Glass, we are throated and goated. And Colt 45, oh, I'm about to get my butt blown out. My butt is about to get blown out, everybody. I got some bad news. Okay, so let's go Lilies, and hopefully we get a Power Glass. Thank you. Okay, so we got Power Glass. I got Darkness Energy, which is also really good. And then just hit him with the Judy Garland Ray. Get rid of one energy, take the knockout. So it's like, again, these are the cards that are somewhat playable in the set. I think I only have maybe 6 or 7 cards you actually have to craft. Because remember, there's 0 new trainers in 30th Celebration, which is a travesty. And it's like, now it's just 125 Pokemon. Pick the best ones. And it's like, okay, 1 copy of Unknown, 1 copy of Mew EX. Not much. 1 copy of Greninja EX. What else we got? Not much. No, we are not ranking trainer feat, but maybe I'll mention the Black Belts training full art, and I'll put Janine secret art full art. Sebastian, thank you for the sub. I'll put the Janine in the negative tier. We did have Professor's research, but you have to remember, 25th Celebration had 24 cards, right? 25th Celebration had 1/5 of the cards. Yeah, Janine is F tier because she's wearing socks. But Sebastian, thank you for the Prime sub. I'm still not going to be back to my regular schedule for streaming. It's just going to be Mondays and Thursdays until the end of the month. So I'll stream the Thursday before Worlds and the Monday after Worlds, because that's the last day of August, I believe. And they got double Munkidori and we're screwed. Fantastic. What tier is Bonsai? What tier is the butthole Bonsai? But yeah, so I'll be back to my normal stream schedule on the 15th of September with 30th Celebration. Until then, it'll just be Monday and Thursday this month. And then I probably won't do any streams in September until the 15th. And Laddie, it depends. It depends if we're going to get a January set or not. I don't know. We could get a January set. We could not get a January set. I have no freaking clue. All right, there's Relentless Punches. See, this is why it's like, why would you play Mega Diancie in a Slowbro deck? Because it's not weak. Oh, here we go. Please tell me there's another Darkness Energy in the deck. Thank you. But it's like, how do you win against a dark deck? Well, you have to play Diancie and Clefairy, and that's how you win. All right, so in this situation, if they have double Munkidori, then it's just heal all the damage, right? Just heal all the damage, put it on the Pokemon I'm about to knock out. And then as long as they can't build up another Brute Bonnet next turn, which is unlikely given that they, don't have anything going on, we should be fine. Right, they don't have a Fez. They don't have much going on. So they would have to have Energy Recycler. They have to have Energy Recycler and Night Stretcher with a 5-card hand and no supplemental card draw. So naturally, they'll have everything. Well, Ellie, it's the Pokemon, and then I'll look at the cards for every Pokemon and then choose like the best feat art, because if you look at the official, PNGs for Pokemon, they don't always highlight the feat. Pokemon cards, they can highlight the feat. Like, that's a bad example. I'll just put the Palpito back on the screen. But that's the thing, is I would use Pokemon cards because they're in poses you don't normally see. Like, I could use the anime. They're using bosses, by the way. But Laddie, I wouldn't even think too hard about it. We have no idea what's going to happen. It's going to be weird. All we know is that Delta Rain is the last set of the year, and then next year is when things are going to get really bad or really wacky. So do not put too much thought into it. Okay, you'll hurt yourself. I bet Diglett has nice feet. Yeah, it's just being modest. All right, well, this is an interesting choice to trap my Clefairy because I can just attack pretty easily. And King Karoni, that would be the dream. All right, so let's go. Yeah, that goes there. I think I have to heal the Clefairy for sure. And yeah, I guess I'll just put it on this guy. I don't know. I don't know where the damage should go. Damage should go somewhere, but I don't know where. All right, so then we just wait until next turn. We do nothing until next turn. That's it. Wax Job? Well, it might be the smallest sets in the history of the Pokemon trading card game next year, and they got the Darkness Energy for the monkey. Fantastic. But it could be that we get our January special set as normal and then March rotation, or they just roll everything into our first set of the main set of next year, which would be in March. But it all depends on Winds and Waves. Winds and Waves could come out in May, June, July, August, September, October, November. We have no idea because it was supposed to come out this year, at the end of this year, but then it got delayed to next year, which screwed up the Mega Evolution format. And you can, if you're ever wondering, like, how do you know that Winds and Waves was delayed and that Legends ZA was delayed? The easiest way to tell is that the DLC for Legends ZA came out like 2 weeks after the game. So because of the delay to Legends ZA, which was however many months, and then Winds and Waves, which could be up to a year, that has thrown the TCG out of whack because the TCG, they can't print cards before the game, right? They can't print Pokemon that don't exist yet, but they plan ahead of time by like a year or two. And it really, bro? Really? All right, well, that's annoying. So there's no reason to attach to the Slowpoke. I guess I just go energy search for the energy. And then I don't want this guy to do anything. Like, I could use tackle. I could definitely use tackle and then just be like, hey, suck my butt. But that seems dumb. So I guess let's just put it all on their active and see what happens. Let's just put it all on their active and see what happens. Because you never know, right? All right, so that's going to go there. Is there any Pokemon in my discard pile that I actually want? No, there is not. All right, so let's go end turn. Whack Job? No, not might. They already have. No, it's not. They might slow. They've already started slow rolling. 2026 was the worst year for Pokemon cards ever. In the modern era, it has been the worst year for Pokemon cards. Wax Job, thank you for the money. 6, 7, 8, baby. 6, 7, 8. So it's not that they might, it's that they already have. And that's how you can tell because we've had the smallest sets since before I started playing. All right, so they knock out the Slowpoke, and then, I mean, we know they don't have a good hand. Maybe they have nice feet, but we know they don't have good hand. So I think I'd give them the Clefairy, because I don't want the Diancie to get knocked out. Yeah, and then we don't know when Winds and Waves is coming out. That is all going to change. Like, I'm sure on February, so Pokemon Day of next year, that's when they'll start telling us more with, you know, when Winds and Waves is coming out. It's probably going to be the February reveal is Winds and Waves releases when my butt cheeks get clapped or something. Well, we don't want the Smoochum. And then we go Adrenabrain just to heal everybody. I guess technically it makes sense to fully heal the Diancie because I have to prevent a Brute Bonnet. But they're out of boss. Like, they're out of boss. We know they're out of bosses. They don't have any bosses. Well, they will. EXs will change because for Sword and Shield, it was GXs. For Starlit, or for, sorry, Sun and Moon was GXs. Sword and Shield was V-Star, and V-Max. Scarlet and Violet was EXs, so I'm sure, like, for the next one, it'll be SEXs or something. So it'll be a different mechanic. I just really hope we get a once per game mechanic again. Because going from, you know, build and battle, we'll play Mega Delphox. We're switching to Mega Delphox, by the way. But just going from seeing like the GX and the V-Star marker to nothing is just so not cool. But yeah, we'll switch to Delphox. The Slowbro was just, it was exactly, they are who we thought they were. Right? This card is exactly what I thought it was. It is, I was uppercase EX. It was uppercase EX. So slightly different. How about only using Pokemon with feet? Yeah, like Mega Slowbro. It's really good as a one-of in Slowking. But as its own deck, You gotta hope Dragapult doesn't have bosses, Unfair Stamp, Crushing Hammer, Watchtower, and I think every game I played against Dragapult, they had that. So, you tell me. All right, well, this is interesting. So they have to take the damage from the Absol, not put it on anyone on the bench. Yeah, they have to put it on the Clefairy. They have to take the knockout. Get rid of probably my Judge. I guess get rid of my Judge would be the call here. But then they're also in a situation where they just kind of win. Oh, there's a red card. That's actually kind of good. Because I don't have a good hand. Because I have to bosses right now. Because I can't hit into Mega... Oh, sucked my butt. Oh my god, this is a horrible hand. Because I can't hit into them, because if I hit into them, they're going to set up a Munkidori terminal period. They're going to period all over me. So... I guess I Munkidori Confusion? Is that... I can't Munkidori Confusion, can I? That's not a possibility right now. Oh, we got bosses, baby. That's an insane top deck. Okay, so we just go for the Munkidori with the air balloon on it. Let's shuffle the deck. Let's get the Slowpoke out of there. Judy Garland Ray. And then there we go. So that's exactly what I needed. I needed a bosses. That's why I was happy about the special red card, is because bosses is kind of my one out to maybe winning this game. Because I cannot hit into this, but now that I've knocked out a Munkidori, they would need to get a Munkidori back to win. And that's not going to be easy. And Cribbage, I'm sorry I didn't see your message. Thank you for the sub. If you have an Amazon Prime account, give me money. Just give me all your money. And the patch notes still haven't been posted, by the way, even though there's a message saying there's a patch next week, because the PTC GL dev knows what they're doing. So I guess at 4 o'clock in 20 minutes, it'll be posted. But it's just so much, it's so indicative of everything wrong with this game, is that there's clearly a disconnect, right? The communication pipeline has a kink in it. And it's so many things. They're going to time out, by the way. There's just so many things wrong that they can't even time when they're going to tell us about the patch, and then when the patch notes are live and all that. And where... Oh, this one. And this is the new Pikachu that was showing off today. No, this is not good. This is not better than Stunfist. You would not play this over Stunfist. You would not do that. And Coroni... make sure you use someone's mouth. And they got the Munkidori back. Alrighty. But that's fine, because they have to do something. So, yes, their weakness is now lightning, but evolving, retreating, switching, Elven Monk, welcome in. Doing all those things overwrites the weakness, so you'd rather just play Stunfist, because Stunfist doesn't allow them to retreat. So Stunfist is just a million times better. And... we're probably going to get Mega Raichu and all the DLC stuff into the TCG next year. It's so difficult to know. 2026 was such a horrible year. Right? It was just such a bad year that it's so tough to know what's gonna... it feels like it's gonna get worse next year, but then wins and wait... Oh, see? They're trying to motorboat me here. Oh, they've made a huge mistake. I'm going to go for your Munkidori again. I don't like the full art one, so we're going to knock that out. And then I guess I attach to the Munkidori? Or I guess I do this and then try to draw some cards, because I'm winning by 12 cards, so I have card advantage. And then, yeah, let's just go Garland Ray. And then all I have to do is take a single knockout to win the game. I don't think I have 3 bosses, though. Oh, never mind, I do. I didn't have 3 bosses in the deck. So, yeah, we'll switch to Mega Delphox. It is so bad. Because you have to remember that I went out of my way. Log, you're not allowed to swear. Okay? Mods, ban logarithms. Everyone, tell me how many toes you can fit in your mouth, okay? Type to get rid of that bad message for this family-friendly channel. Tell me how many toes you can fit in your mouth. Oh, logarithms is oh, that's weird. It doesn't say it. Never mind. Mods, logarithms is totally fine. Logarithms is chill. But we still need to get that word off the screen. But yeah, you paid, so that's your one swear word for the month. But yeah, Mega Delphox is, it hasn't attacked, but Trick Portal. How are you under 5 minutes playing a dark deck? Yeah, sorry, logarithms. I was looking at the multi-stream chat and it doesn't show your badges. So I'm looking at the back end chat and it doesn't show badges, but the Twitch chat does. So you're fine. But like, you look at Mega Delphox, look at the top 9. You're never going to find the 9 that you want. You have to play Grand Tree to guarantee it. You can't play Rare Candy with, you know, Mega Signal. That's too dumb. Grand Tree is much dumber. And then you'll never stop playing Munkidori. Don't worry, the word is gone. We're back to being family friendly. And you're the #1 YouTube chatter. Well, I think I have it set that it's, you know, new and not top anymore. But like, all that just to concede, you wouldn't even let me beat you off. You had to edge me that long. All right, we're playing Mega Delphox. We did go 6-4 with Bro Job, but I mean, that's not much to be excited about. Wait, what was the movie that I said? What were the rules that I said? Still love having to click through 3 screens. Oh, it's Finding Nemo. Yeah, if the word doesn't appear in Finding Nemo, then you can't do it here. All right, so let's start with the good one, because then it'll be all downhill. So we'll start with Toucan Sam. Niagara Balls, that's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, sucking toes is family friendly. How is that not family friendly? What am I playing? All right, I'm playing Delphox. What the hell am I playing again? Oh, right, this terrible thing. So you want to go first. Well, not really, but yes. Oh, I'm playing the 2 cannon one. Okay, I forgot it was the 2 cannon one. Okay, that's my bad. I thought I was playing the other ones. I had my mind set to the Grand Tree build. So just remember, Trick Portal, this is not the Trick Portal build. This is the, like, just maybe Trick Portal build. This isn't the Trick Portal build. This is the maybe Trick Portal build. And it's Crustle. Well, I'm glad I'm not playing the Trick Portal build because they would have won. Joke's on you, bud. I got Delphox. Oh, but everyone has an ability. Actually, Mega Delphox doesn't. Oh, this is their nightmare. This is a nightmare matchup for them. This is amazing. All right, so I think what I do, there's 4 rare candy, which is really good. I can fully counter Crustle. I think I just get the Dunsparce, attach to this guy, and then end turn. But I'm pretty sure this is just a free win, right? Because Baby Delphox knocks out Crustle. Mega Delphox, oh, that's a teal mask. I thought it was a cornerstone mask odor pawn. Kind of looks the exact same when you have the weird art. Rocksteady, I feel like you've watched that movie a little bit too much. Mr. Darkside, oh, it gets so much worse with the actual Mega Delphox decks. But this was the most... I was expecting several things. I was not expecting this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. And then we got the toucan. All right, so breaks in. That's going to go there. And then we just Lilies, and hope we Lilies into all the things. We did Lilies into all the things. All right, so Delphox first, I guess, right? Delphox first, and then I can put the Fennekin down, attach to... I mean, do I just let the Oricorio die? let's just let the Oricorio... No, we kind of have to protect it. So I think in this situation, I should go Oricorio, retreat into the Dunsparce. This is actually a smart idea. Don't judge me. Every drop is precious to me. All right, and then we go Flaring Magic, so we have an insane turn next turn. Awesome. And then we do nothing. Or I guess I could sacrifice the Fennekin. But I'm fully set up. We're just going from here. Hole in Dan's sock. Next time you rip the whole sock off, okay? You don't put a hole, you rip the whole damn thing off. All right, so the only way they could knock out my Dunsparce this turn with Crustle is if they had Crispin. They do not have Crispin, so now they need energy switch. So they have to energy accelerate and then energy switch, or they need to switch plus some Beedrill. Wow, that's an insane Lilies. Looks like they don't got it. Looks like I win the game. And in this situation, I 100% attacked with the Toucannon, right? Because Toucannon takes the knockout. Everyone else is weak to fire, so I attacked with the Pokemon that's not a fire type. See? See, when I play a deck that actually requires strategy, I'm awesome. Yeah, we're golden here. So let's go Runaway Draw. We go into Trumbeat, the Tromboner. Press 1 if you have a Tromboner right now. All right, and then we go Toucannon. Draw another card. Still not get anything that I need. Oh, we got a Delphox. Awesome. All right, so then that'll go here. I can't put the Mega Delphox down yet, though, simply because it could get bodied. But what if they have Unfair Stamp? If they have Unfair Stamp, am I screwed? You know what? Let's live a little. Let's live a little. Let's get some energy into play, shall we? I mean, I guess I just boss as a Teal Mask Ogerpon, right? I mean, if I have bosses, why not? You know, instead of knocking out a Crustle and then taking 3 knockouts. Azure, if you're on YouTube, I did put one of the lists in the description, but you'll have to go to the VODs channel tomorrow or the next day, and that'll be there. Just because, you know, I didn't know if I've been making changes to the list. So I just put a couple lists, one for each in the description, but then on the VODs channel, you'll find all the lists. Yeah, Max Rod would make the most sense. Yeah, Max Rod by far makes the most sense, but you never know. They're playing Crustle, Beedrill, Teal Mask, Ogerpon. Okay? We have to expect the unexpected. We have to expect the unexpected, But yeah, just as I talked about in the previous stream, I want to do more evergreen videos, just so if I ever take a break or if I have to get another surgery to get a 7th toe installed, that way I should still, you know, get some views on the channel and my channel won't be demonetized like the gaming channel was. That's still hilarious. I log in one time and it's like, hey, oh, I got an email from YouTube. They must be ready to tell me how amazing my channels are doing. Nope, your channel has been demonetized. Suck my butt. Your channel's been demonetized. Get out of here. Go to hell. We hate you. All right, well, I'm going to go up with Dunsparce first and then see if we can take the knockout with Mega Delphox because I want to do it just to say I did. All right, so that's going to go there. I'm going to play with my balls a little bit. Let's get rid of Oricorio and Poffin. Actually, Oricorio and Fennekin. Because the Pick-a-Peck makes a lot of sense to just sort of keep there. All right, so I don't want the Poffin anymore. We're going to burn the Poffin. That's fine. Pick-a-Peck. I guess I could have Dudunsparced first, but who cares? And Professor, yeah, as a spot for people to yell at me. It's an evergreen preview video for people to yell at me. Okay, so let's go. I mean, I really shouldn't attack with Mega Delphox. This is one of the dumbest things I think I've ever done. But that's why I'm doing it, okay? I'm doing it for your amusement. In no world should I be doing this, but that's exactly why I should be doing this. Yeah. All right, so let's go. Eerie Glow, take the knockout. Like, that's the thing. You can't, like, you could go look at, well, number one, I know the Twilight Masquerade preview wasn't great because I didn't care as much as I did back then. But the other thing is that you can't go back, you know, 2 years, 2 formats ago, you know, back when Lugia V-Star was the #1 deck in the world, and you can't say, like, oh, your Twilight Masquerade preview was wrong. I didn't have foreskin at the time, right? How am I supposed to have forethought to know that, oh, we're going to get a card that item locks you for free, and we're going to get another card that, you know, accelerates energy to Greninja or to Dragapult, right? It was basically with every set, Dragapult got better. They just kept printing more and more gooder cards for it, and that's what made it better. At the time, Dragapult was just, yeah, a good deck, but I don't think we had Crispin at the time. We definitely didn't have Badoo. Was Pheasantipity even out yet? Pheasantipity wasn't out yet. So it's like, yeah, at the time, it was it was basically just Dragapult, right? It was just the Dragapult line. We didn't have Crispin or Pheasantipity or Latinas or Badoo or Blaziken or Dusknoir or Lilies or anything good. Yeah, exactly. It's Dracloak. Yeah, Dracloak and Badoo were the best part about Dragapult decks, and Crispin, and, you know, Unfair Stamp and stuff like that. Dragapult's just a good card with no weakness. Well, Manaphy didn't block damage counters, but yeah, didn't we have something back then? We probably had something back then that I can't remember. It's a good set. It just has very few cards. All right, so let's Aerial draw, Areola draw. Wow, that's a lot of energy. All right, well, let's sure, let's accelerate to you. I don't know why I did this in this order. Don't come at me, bro. All right, so that goes there, that goes there. All the energy in the world. Only 780 damage. Yeah, back then Charizard EX was the best, or you know, Lugia was, but then Charizard, and then, you know, they played Charizard with Dragapult. I keep fingering my keyboard to see if we get those patch notes. Wait, did they actually attack? What happened? I wasn't paying attention. Well, I love how the battle log doesn't update. I love how the battle log doesn't update. All right, so 7 and 4. We got our first win. So we'll play one more with the good build, and then we'll play the crappy, wacky builds, okay? King Karoni, I don't eat fast food because the only type of grease I want on my toes is lotion, okay? Wateroo doing step, bro. Okay, just don't clip that. Don't. The name is Wateroo. I was trying to think of a funny thing. I came up with water you do instead, bro. I get it, because Wateroo. So yeah, the full set list review will be on Saturday. I have some bad news. Because there's 128 cards, the video will be over 20 minutes. I'm hoping it'll be under 30 minutes though, because you know I can't last that long. I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure it's under 30 minutes, because I don't think I've ever made like an original video that's not a gameplay video that's been over 30 minutes. So I can't do that. Ranking by feet, I wish. Yeah, must be a great set if there's 125 new cards. Well, technically there's 124 because 2 Eevee are the same. Yeah, it must be a great set if they're giving us 100. If it's the biggest set of 2026, it must be the best one, right? You know, we've had so many sets of 80 cards that have been mid this year. They're upping that by 40. So it must be 40 times better, right? I struggled to make a top 5 list, let's be honest. I literally struggled to make a top 5 list, let alone a top 10 list. Like Pikachu at number 4, that is blasphemy putting Pikachu at number 4. I will admit that. I freely admit that putting the Pikachu at number 4 is just not cool. Yeah, like you can play Mousehold, that's fine. That'll be, I don't know if it'll be a road deck or a best new deck. You think the mouse should have been 4? The problem is that you have to constantly have so many mices in play at once. Right? Your first turn of the game has to essentially be 4 Tandemaus, and then your second turn has to be 4 Mousehold. Mousehold Mega Delphox, you will prize all your Mousehold if you do that. So it's just, also, I think we're going to win this game. Oh, maybe not. Oh, this is bad. Okay, I don't play any healing. And also, they're not here. So that's cool. So, yeah, they're not here. Fantastic. Oh, they are here. Okay, and they got a turn 1 telepathic. Pretty sure I just lose this matchup now. Because they're going to go retreat into Banette, take the KO. I do not need freaking triple freaking suck my butt. All right, so in this situation, Trust Your Pilot has to get freaky. Press 1 if you want to see Trust Your Pilot get freaky. All right, so I have to go bosses into Delmise, and then hope they can't get 4 sneakers in the discard pile. That is my only shot here, is if they don't knock out the Dunsparce. I know I have the Lilies, but I couldn't let them go retreat the Spiritomb into Banette, get everything they need. I have to hope they don't get double Gwyn Sneaker into Prism Tower, double Sneaker, Energy, knock out the Dunsparce. And Android, I saw that joke on the top 10 list. I liked this video so much I clicked like on it twice. Don't do that. Do it once. I don't care how slippery your fingers or toes are. And they got it. Yep, I knew it. Even when you play the game right, PDCGL still spanks you. King Karoni, in a perfect world. In a perfect world, Dragapult TX would not exist and you could only like videos with your feet. Did someone say desperation play? Did somebody say desperation trick portal? Did someone say desperation Blake Bortles? All right, if I don't get a 5, watch me get all my stage 2s and no energy. Why couldn't I have 3 stage? Yeah, okay, that's really bad. All right, so I want double Fennekin, and then I just need to hope for a 2 cannon. So we want to see the Delphoxes and the 2 cannons. That's it. I want to fire my 2 cannons, okay? That's all we want right now, is to fire off my 2 cannons. Oh, Okay, we got a Trumbeak. That's fine. Okay, so this is actually great. Actually, I guess I don't want that. I want the Trumbeak. Yeah, that makes a lot. Actually, no, I guess I want the... No, we want the Trumbeak. We want the Trumbeak. We want the Trumbeak. Okay, so things are happening. Not good things, but things are happening. And meanwhile, things are happening a lot better for them. Things are happening for me, but they're happening a lot better for my opponent. Still no patch notes, and it's 4 p.m., and apparently they've already sent us the message that there's a patch next week. It's like they know that Trust Your Pilot is streaming, and they don't want me to get satisfied. They don't want to give us the satisfaction. Okay, so breaks in. How do I want to do this? Because I have a ton of energy, so if I go breaks in there, and then no, I guess it makes sense to Fire Breather first, right? It makes sense to Fire Breather, thin out my deck, get all the things. Attach to you. I unfortunately have to go, 2 on the Delphox, 1. And Professor Oak, thank you for the gift sub to Spooge Nozzle. So let's go retreat into you. I will, I guess, probably never attack with that guy again. Hope for Lana's aid, or else I probably just lost this game. I do need an energy recovery card. That's an energy recovery card. So let's draw a card and then see what happens. That's a Dunsparce. Okay. We are in an okay spot. They can one-shot my Delphox with Delmise. But I have Night Stretcher, so I can take the knockout with 2 cannon. But they're literally just a Spiritomb away from winning. Yeah, Spooge Nozzle. Welcome in. You can spray your nozzle wherever you want. Professor Oak, thank you for the gifted sub. But I think maybe I have to attack with Mega Delphox now. Maybe that was incorrect on my end. Maybe I do have to attack with Mega Delphox, because they can just Spiritomb and clean it up later. Oh, are they going to go for the knockout? Oh, they're going for the... Okay, so now they just have the easiest win in history. Now they just have the easiest win in the history of the Pokemon trading card game. Unless I can limit them here like a tournament. All right, so let's go Delphox. I need that freaking Lana's Aid, though. We need the freaking Lana's Aid. Delphox, Fennekin to Dunsparce, doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, let's just keep drawing, I guess. And that's a Poké Pad. Do I even have Lana's Aid? I don't, but I have Hero's Cape and I have Night Stretcher, 2 cards that are pretty much useless right now. So I will Prism Tower away the rare candy and the Poffin, because we don't need those anymore. There's a Hero's Cape that I guess technically helps. I guess? Maybe this will force them to do something they don't want to. Yeah, this is why I don't... Oh, Battle Cage actually helps, but I mean, they have so many Prism Tower, there's no way it helps win me the game. But that's the thing. This is the reason why Crustle cannot be good, is because there's 4 top-tier single-prize decks. Like, yeah, Crustle can win games if you hit the right matchups, but in a full tournament, 12-round tournament, Crustle's probably not going to make day 2. So if the Battle Cage can stay in play, it shuts off Spiritomb, and that is our win con. But I've only seen the 1 Prism Tower, I think. Yeah, they probably have 3 or 4 Prism Tower, so I have to red card them and then Battle Cage at the perfect time. And I do have Ignition Energy. I also have One Night Stretcher, but we prize Lana's Aid. And if Crustle makes it, well, that's the thing. Like sure, it could hit the right matchups, but it's just not going to. Okay, oh, that's the thing I wanted to talk about. Is the Doctor Doom voice from Robert Downey Jr. in the trailer reminded me way too much of his voice in Tropic Thunder, where he's playing like the priest. Like, I've been a bad little boy, or whatever it was. Like, whenever I heard Robert Downey Jr. talking in that trailer, all I could think of was Tropic Thunder. And I'm going to ruin that for all of you now, too. Okay, so there's that. I guess I just draw cards. Because how many are they at? They're at a good clip here. All right, so let's get rid of these guys. So I think it's fine to just evolve both of these guys in case they have special red card. I mean, they probably don't, but just in case they do. So because they have a Poltergeist, oh, I see what they're going to do. Because they have a Poltergeist and a Shuppet on the bench, that's actually pretty good. And they're lacking quite a few right now, so we're in an okay spot. We're not in a good spot, we're in an okay spot. Right, if I can get Lana's Aid, we're in a much better spot, but there's only a 25% chance of that happening, and she's always number 4. The card you need is always number 4. And Bandit? Are you talking about Lycanroc from 30th Celebration being S tier? Because that is incorrect. You are incorrect. Lycanroc is not S tier. Lycanroc is F tier. This is an F tier card. I don't know who, like, whoever was responsible for the text on this card should not continue to make Pokemon cards. Let's be real. Okay, so in this situation, I think Two Cannon, I guess. There's a bosses. All right, so we go Night Stretcher for a fire energy. That's fine. And then do I bosses? I guess I bosses the Spiritomb just to make their life a little bit more difficult. And Professor Oak, ha ha ha, ha ha. I'm not laughing because you gifted subs. Ha ha ha. I'm laughing because you told a really funny joke. Ha, hilarious. And yes, if you didn't know, I'm gonna keep this is gonna always be on my desktop, just like that big folder of feet pics that from all of my viewers that send me feet pics. 19 people's full-time job is to test Pokemon cards. If there is ever a Pokemon card that is crap and just unplayable junk, remember that they pay 19, it's a full-time job of 19 people to play the game. Remember that. And maybe I should have held the bosses, but because things are getting worse and I now have to take a knockout of a thing. But I did knock out the Spiritomb, which is slightly annoying for them, okay? And also they might deck out. Wait, if I don't take a knockout, do they just deck out? Wait, I think oh no, because they have the Dunsparce. Interesting. Interesting. Do I do nothing? Because they have the Dunsparce, but the Dunsparce doesn't work if you have 0 cards in deck. I don't know. I think I lose. Right? Because they're going to have... I'm going to basically set up their discard pile. They're going to have Night Stretcher. They've only got rid of 1 Prism Tower. I mean, I think I just kind of have to go for it at this point. Actually, let's go special red card, bump the Prism Tower, and then see what happens. So let's do that. I know they have to Dunsparce, but I mean, what else are we going to do? What are we doing here? right? I don't really have much else. Is there bosses in the deck? There is not. So it's just kind of hope and pray. Hope and pray they don't have everything they definitely have. Well, that's the thing is less than 10% of 30th Celebration is playable. They got the bosses. They got the bosses on the I mean, yeah, that there was no way I was going to win this game, let's be honest. So let's go back down to 1504. Check to see if they posted the patch notes. She farted in my mouth again. Judge, she farted in my mouth, and you hated that, right? No, I want her to do it again. Can we go to a best of 5? All right, so let's go to the water build, which is the one that actually did something in Japan. Though I did make some changes. Well, yeah, they do. They can't make sure every card is good. Like some things will slip through the butt cracks, but like 19 people's full-time jobs is not to come up with cards. It is to play test the cards. It is not to come up with cards. That's a different department, I guess. It is to play test. So like, what are we doing? If you're getting paid to make sure the game is competitively healthy, make the game competitively healthy and fun. Because the best deck right now should not be a deck that came out 2.5 years ago. Right? Like, I understand you can say, like, oh, well, maybe they printed a card that brought back an old thing from the past. No, Dragapult's been the #1 deck forever. Getting paid to play with their balls. Ooh, this is a terrible matchup. Oh, this is even worse. Ooh, this is the worst matchup I think I've ever seen. I'm excited. Press 1 if you're excited for the worst matchup you've ever seen in your life. And also, I don't have any energy. So it's looking very likely that we're not going to get patch notes today because somebody at the Pokemon Company forgot. So I'll post, I mean, somebody will post them in the Discord. I'm sure Gardis will post them on the subreddit. Yeah, Mega Halucha. Hey, should we make Mega Halucha good? No, let's make it horrible. All right, so as long as I didn't prize Grand Tree, we are fine. But even if I didn't prize Grand Tree, we're screwed. Actually, there's a strategy with this deck that I don't quite remember. I also can't remember if I put Bastiodon in the list. You know, Bastiodon's in one of the lists. There's Togekiss in one of them. There's a few. Spray Fluid. All right, that's actually pretty good. Let's go Colress for Grand Tree and Fire Energy. And then Grand Tree for... Please tell me we didn't prize 2 Breakson and 2 Mega Delphox, 3 Mega Delphox. Azure, I knew it I already knew. I didn't even have to read. I don't even need to know how to read, and I'm that good at Pokemon cards. All right, so here we go. What did we get? We got Blaziken, Togekiss, Greninja, and another Delphox. And another Delphox. Well, I'm choosing to believe in the heart of the cards that they don't have Gladion. As long as they don't have Gladion, I'm fine, right? They can do 130, 130. As long as they don't have Gladion. As long as there is no Gladion in our future, I'll be glad to be on the winning side of this game. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you gotta spray fluid. Sometimes you gotta cover people in a syrup storm. That's just how it goes. But I think, you know, for the post-World stream, so the day after Worlds, I will stream. And then what'll happen is I'll do like the best decks in the Worlds, right? I'll play the best Worlds decks. I'll go get a Grookey or a Dipplin, depending on which one they don't have. Because, yes, if you'd like to read Grand... Oh, I can't click on it, because that would make way too much sense. I also can't look at the game log, because that disappears when... Don't you love how the sideboard disappears for no reason? It's like, hey, they're using Grand Tree. Better make this thing over here disappear for no reason. Better make the thing on the far right that is not taking up any space. Better make that disappear completely. That makes sense. Game design. Oh, I guess this is the chat's kind of in the way. But the chat is more important than cards. Let's be honest. Chat is more important than cards. You know, we can all agree. Though if they do god it like that, I do lose. Right? If they do Gladion, Festival Grounds, I've probably lost the game. But actually, no. Actually, I can take the knockout with Blaze. I actually think I might win. If I can flip heads on Togekiss, I think I can win this game. Which is wild to think about. If I can flip heads on Togekiss twice, if I can flip heads 17 times. But they're literally just Festival Grounds Gladion away from knocking out my Delphox, which would be not so good. That's my Borat impression. But I could just take the knockout with Blaziken. So even if they do knock out the Delphox, there's a Brave Bangle. That's not a Gladion. They have to get a 0 card. They have to get rid of 3 more cards. Black Belt's training. Suck my butt. The spray fluid. The stupid spray fluid. The 20 damage from spray fluid. The 20 damage from spray fluid. Of course. Of course. Who couldn't have guessed? Who couldn't have guessed that would happen? All right, we can still win. We're still in this. Everything is fine. I have Colress's Thickacity. We're going to be fine. 1 Mega Greninja. We're going to be fine. All right, we got the Fire Energy. Call me the band behind Miss Murder because I got a fire inside. All right, so let's go there. And then I guess what I do is attach to you, Colress for a water and Academy at night. At least force them to do something. And then Smolder Salt, flip heads. That's what's going to happen. We're going to flip heads here. Take 2 prizes, and then I wonder what they're going to do. I wonder what they're going to do. Probably nothing. They're going to fold like a picnic basket. All right, so there's Prism Tower. We got another stadium. That's good. Makes their life slightly more difficult. So we'll play this one for 1 more game, and then I'll try to fit in at least 2 feet into my mouth or in 2 games with the water or the fire build. But it really is just the only thing interesting about this card is Trick Portal. Right? It's like, hey, you can get some stage 2s into play. We've already had 2 cards that do that, and there's a better one that already exists. And King Karoni, make sure you ice afterward. No, don't be a butt face. This is the, oh, okay, that's fine. Wait, how was your hand that bad? Whoa, that is insane that they had that bad of a hand. And also you just reset my Blaziken. You just reset the Blaziken, baby. All right, so that's going to go there. And then I guess I poke a gear for Colress's Thickacity. And then we go Colress for another water so I can Mega Greninja for game at some point. And Professor Oak, nobody is doing Cobalion. And that's actually not how you say it. Oh, you sucked my butt. It's actually pronounced Cobalion. Even though it has the word lion in the name. And Cobalt, so it should be Cobaltian. Cobalion? 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 I don't know how. It's Cobalion. Just like how it's Verizian. I hate that one too. Verizian? Verizian. No, it's Verizian. Not, it shouldn't be Verizian. What is happening? Something weird is happening. All right, so we got the water. So I guess I'm concerned. I feel like they're up to something. And then watch this. I can win the game this turn. I can win the game this turn if I just flip 1 heads. That's it. If I just flip one Heads on Wonder Kiss. Ah, that's GG, baby. Yeah, it's not Silvally, it's Silvally. There is a Valley low enough. Oh yeah, I also put these in the deck. Don't worry about it. I also put those in the deck. Just shush. All right, so water. Did I just beat Festival Lead? How did you lose Festival Lead? I feel like they blew their load too hard, and that cost them the game here. Wow, I prized tier 2 to Bastiodon wins that matchup in 2 seconds, by the way. I prized Bastiodon tier 2 to Antera Greninja. That is insanity. Insanity. All right, so let's go Fire Megas. I don't know why I put Incineroar in here. I just did. Just go with it, okay? I understand Incineroar shouldn't be in here. At a certain point, you just give up, okay? At a certain point, you just realize that it's a sunk cost fallacy and you get flaccid, okay? I assume that's what fallacy is short for. But it's just that's just what it is, okay? What do you mean piles? The Pokemon Company would not make Mega Pokemon if they were not good. Oh, did I just start Cinderace? Hello there. That was unexpected. Elliot, I'm about to be level 500, I believe. You'll have to check the most recent short, but I believe I'll be at level 500 by the end of the month, I guess. And Corey, yeah, I see no feet, so it can't be a dream. Because in my dream pilot, you're always putting them in my mouth. So, I mean, technically, you still wouldn't see my feet if they're in your mouth. And Gardas, Gardas, we've been knowing that. Gardas, your street's behind, Gardas. I've been fingering my keyboard for about 2 hours now. About an hour. Ooh, this is perfect to try to get the patch notes, but they haven't posted the patch notes. Okay, so we're in kind of a not cool situation right now. But I'm 100% going for the Cinderace Turbo Flare. We're taking our time here. We're taking our time. We're going to take a knockout, get some energy into play. We're just going to play a Delphox deck. We're not even screwing around right now. We're just going to play a Delphox deck as nature intended. Oh, that's still scary though. So remember, they would need Kieran 5 energy Excadrill, which is, oh, you can suck my butt. Also, well, I mean, I guess the Grand Tree doesn't really matter, right? I guess it doesn't really matter because they have the Genesect. Grave, because their deck is designed for it. Why would you preemptively get the red card? Okay. But Grave, their deck is, they got lucky, but their deck is designed. Their deck plays 4 Petrol, 4 Transceiver, maybe some Pokégear if they're feeling extra spicy. That's pretty good. All right, so let's go. Why? Why do you do this to me? Why do you hate me? What did I do to you? What did I do to you, PDCGL? Okay? Just I'm just not the easiest win of my life as long as we don't prize one of my cards. If we were able to draw 13 at the start of a game, guess what? I would have chosen not to prize the Precious Trolley, and then I would have prized 6 other cards. But PDCGL thought it'd be hilarious if we give you the easiest matchup of your life, but then the one card that makes the deck work, we prize. And Clamburglar, it wasn't my fault, it was PDCGL's, okay? I didn't mess it up, PDCGL did. And Corey, yeah, Beedrill's definitely fallen off. I don't know why. Like, Beedrill's just good. Right? Maybe next year, maybe when Dragapult's gone, everyone will start playing it, but like it's good. And if you're wondering about Lumio City, I'll explain in Uno Memento Poor Favor. Ooh, that's okay. Well, I don't have a Fennekin, so I guess I take a mulligan. Wait, am I going first or second? I'm going second. So actually, I guess I don't take a mulligan and I go for Lumio City. There you go. And Azure, Ceruledge, it's not really a resurgence for Ceruledge. It's just always kind of been, it's kind of just been there. Because it can one-shot everything. The problem is that, you know, it doesn't have the greatest matchup against Festival Lead, but it does survive with 10 hit points left against a Festival Lead Brave Bangle, or a Brave Bangled Festival Leader. And Marvelous, thank you. And it's 2 cannon. Ruh-roh, because I kind of need to fill up my bench. So this might not be as marvelous of a game as you might be expecting. But I've been Team Ceruledge since day one. All right, so then we go Colress. We go get Lumios Titties. And I guess I attach to you Lumio City, and I will explain the Lumio City. Oh, I prized a Fennekin. Uh-oh. Hey, why can't I need to put it in the center of the screen. Let me move. I can move the prize cards, but I can't move the cards. Okay, so you can bench a basic at the cost of ending your turn. The reason you play Lumio City is so that you don't get donked and Colress can find it. So that's the whole thing, is that you don't get donked. But that's it. God, just try to do basic things in this world. All right, so I will attack with Cinderace. And then I guess put 3 energy on the Fennekin. And then just hope, no, because what if they have bosses? Right? What if they just have bosses and then I only have the 1 Fennekin? So I think I have to use the Pokégear. I feel like I have to Pokégear here. Oh, God. Yeah, the Chi-Yu is a bit... What the hell is that? Oh, it's a Pikachu. I could not tell what this card was because BDC GL does not like full arts and stuff. Okay, so they're playing Spiky Energy. They got Area 0. That's fine. They're going for an ass landing. The Spiky Energy does mean I get knocked out next turn. There's an Emboar. Terrible timing. Okay, so I think in this situation, I just go Pokégear and hope for Colress. Bad things happened. Bad things happened. Okay, so let's go Judge and Josh. No, this is my list. This is my list that I featured like a year and a million years ago. Okay, so if I go retreat into the Fennekin, call for family for my final Fennekin, that thins the deck by a card, and that increases my chances of something happening. And PB, well, it prevents a donk, right? That's all it really does. It just prevents a donk. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Let's do this. We got this. Oh, yeah, and I still have to make that short. Again, I had plans to do a ton of videos in August, but that got completely derailed by the 30th celebration leak ahead of time. So now I have to flip-flop, and then I'm realizing that I didn't budget enough time. So yes, there will be funny essay video thingies, but not quite what you think. Dobson, well, the problem is that I rely on 1 card, and it can be prized, and that's bad. All right, so Cinderace. Let's do this. That's a Delphox. I don't play rare candy, so we have to go Judge and hope. Okay, well, we're going to do this the hard way, apparently. I mean, they can just... they're going to draw all the cards. I just have to thin the deck at this point. At this point, I just have to try and get the best top deck possible. So let's go. Yeah, let's just put 4 energy. I don't care. All right, we're going to play one more with this. Because I believe, I'm just crazy enough to believe. I've played this game for 4.5 years. I'm crazy enough to believe that we can top deck something good. Press 1 if you... Oh, God. Press 1 if you... Oh, crap. All right. That's a sad face. Ricky, you're not so fine, Ricky. You are not so fine, Ricky. You're not like a Blacephalon. You do not blow my mind, Ricky. All right, we're going to win this one. I guarantee this is going to be a win. The Cinderace is a lie, so we probably shouldn't play it, but who cares? We're going to keep going. We're not going to change the list, even though we definitely 100% should. But if I've been taught anything, it's that when something doesn't work, we got a donation on YouTube. Now I got to open YouTube. This is going to be the greatest message ever. Where is... I got to go onto my dashboard because I have to close the tab. And I thought I set it up that I would see donations, but apparently Mr. Boomer Brain over here didn't see it. All right, so I have to go... Oh, God, am I even doing this right? Oh, no, I don't even think I'm doing it right. Oh, God, I can't find it. Violet's having an oopsie in his pants right now. Everyone calm down. Okay, maybe if I go live, maybe that'll put me to the right screen. Oh, wow. Okay. El Tito, thank you. You think your toes are tingling? Jeez. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. That is amazing. That is an insane donation. You could have done many better things with your money, but I'm glad you didn't. Also, I don't have a playable hand. Also, we're going to have to break sin. We're going to have to hard evolve here. So, yeah, El Tito, thank you. I don't blame you for refusing to go to Twitch. Oh, the viewers over on Twitch, they're the worst. They are just horrible. The people on YouTube, they're the best. Okay, we can all... Wait. What? What? What am I seeing? What's about to happen? What the hell? Did I... Dragapult? Okay. That's fine. Yeah, I guess I have to go breaks in there and then attach there and just hope they don't have Dust Noir KO on my breaks in. I think that's my only hope at this point, is just that they don't have Rare Candy Dust Noir, but I'm sure they do. Oh, I was trying to get thank El Tito for the money, because El Tito's a crazy person, but also really smart for giving me money. Okay, as long as that's not a Dust Noir, we're fine. As long as they don't go Rare Candy Dust Noir on the other Dust Doll, we win the game. For El Tito, everyone, for El Tito. Just, I don't care if you get triple dry cloak. I don't care if you get a Togekiss. You can kiss my toes as much as you want. Just don't blow your load all over my brakes. I think that's a good sign. No, PB, you're banned if they do that. Pillow? I think you know how they discover like new strains of stuff because people are weird? I think we've discovered a new kind of psychopath. If they're just going for a knockout on the Fennekin, that's perfect. Also, they're giving me more prizes, which is real. Why would you prize everything I need? All right, so there's a knockout on that guy. We have the Mega Delphox. Professor Oak, thank you for the gifted sub. Yeah, on YouTube, people just give me money, which I think I get a bigger cut of. So that's nice. But hey, when have you ever seen somebody do it the hard way? When have you ever seen somebody do it like this? Never, right? All right, so let's go. Trick Portal. Watch me get nothing. Watch me get absolutely... I got a Charizard. This is worse than nothing. I'm not even justifying that by putting it into play. You know what? PDCGL wants to do that. I'm not even gonna justify that by putting it into play. You know, what am I, the red jumpsuit apparatus? I will not justify that. And yeah, if YouTube has emotes, I don't know how to set them up. You know, I also looked at doing the vertical streaming. I don't think PDCGL is well suited for that because it would cut off most of my hand, and it would cut off, I mean, most of the screen is useless, you know, like most of the vertical stuff would be shown anyway. Wait, am I going to win this game? There's no shot. There's no shot I win this game. Top deck and energy, no. No, please. No, just give me something good. Thank you. Okay, so we got Ninetales, Blaziken, Delphox, Emboar, and then I guess that's it. And we gotta hope for some other things. So the Blaziken is good. Now I just need energy. Because remember, this deck plays 4 Pokegear, 4 Colress, 11 energy. So half of my deck is energy, essentially. And no spoilers about The Last of Us. Don't tell them what emote Joel was using at the start of The Last of Us Part 2. Oh, crap. They're going to bring up the Emboar, aren't they? Fun fact, I have not watched the Season 2 of The Last of Us because I thought the game was not great. Okay, so I have AZ's Tranquility, but I don't want to use it. I have AZ's Tranquility, but I can't do anything about it. Yeah, personally, I didn't think The Last of Us Part 2 was amazing. I thought it was kind of mid. You know, the gameplay was great. Ooh, that's also not helpful. You know, I think, you know, they took some creative liberties that I didn't agree with. You know, I think they took the first game and were like, hey, how can we screw this up and defy expectations? Can I just get an energy? No, I just need an energy. Pokegear, energy, Colress. That's it. I mean, they're having a worse time because all they needed was like a single Dracloak. All right, I'm in a good spot as long as they can't take one. Like, I have the Ninetales, I have Emboar. You know, this card's great if you have energy in your hand. You know, I'd take a Judge at this point because at least all the stage 2s would get shuffled back in. And Roki Sasaki, I would be doing it 1,000 subs on Twitch. That has been the longest standing rule on the channel. But, like, this guy gets energy back, and we'll be fine. Oh my god, this is so much fun, isn't it? Okay, that's an Academy at night. That would actually... Wait, do I want anybody? I mean, because I can guarantee somebody. It's just, is there anybody I actually want? Like, I can guarantee Blaziken, Mega Charizard, or Dragonite. I guess technically it makes sense to guarantee Dragonite. Yeah, I was like, I guess it makes sense to put Dragonite into play for the free switch. Because then I can, you know, have my way with them. But, like, I need to have playable cards as well. You know, Okay, I did not need that good of a hand. But yeah, I was thinking about the Dragapult or the Dragonite, and I think you're right just to have the free switch. Right, as long as they can't take a one-shot, I can win this game. The Battle of the Bricks, I can win this one. And also, still no patch notes. They're 100 minutes late. 100 minutes ago, they told us we're getting a patch on Tuesday. No patch notes. What is Incineroar doing? It's best. But I mentioned that before I started playing this, and Incineroar should not be in the list. But I was too lazy to change it because I realized this list is bad, and the only way we're going to win is if we face a Dragapult deck that plays Precious Trolley as their A-spec and Bricks for 20 turns. But I didn't know we'd get this very specific situation. So on Monday, it'll be Mega Zeraora and Lurantis. Yeah, I'm all bricked up. So Monday is Mega Zeraora and Lurantis. And I'm like, Mega Zeraora is not... It can be good. It's just, it's too flimsy. It has too many holes, and not even I can fill that many holes. Number 1 bricked up player in PDCGL. And like Lurantis, I'm going to show you that Lurantis is not good. Please be a Togekiss and not a Dusknoir. Actually, even if this is a Dusknoir, that's not horrible. Yeah, Togekiss is fine, because you're never going to knock out my active unless it's like a Ninetales or something. Okay, and also, Delphox can do a ton of damage. Delphox can one-shot a Dragapult. They got a Lillies, that's bad. But this is real Metapod versus Metapod situation right now. All right, so they can knock out the Oh, they're going to knock out the Ninetales, aren't they? Oh, no, they can't. They'll be 10 damage short. Okay, so they're going to wait until they have a Dusknoir. That's fine. I still need energy, which is funny because I actually have it now, but I have it with... Yeah, I guess that's the strat, is I go Blaziken. I hard retreat the Delphox. I go into Ninetales. I Blaziken the energy. Are you trying to... What are you trying to get at here, Professor Oak? And then literally the next... This game is so fun. This game is so much fun. I wish I could play it for the rest of my life. Okay, so let's go Mega Dragonite into Ninetales. Ninetales and energy. I will... I mean, 130, take the KO. I guess I should bosses... Nah, they're not going to flip heads. We'll be totally fine. We're going to be... This is the... I don't even need to do anything and we're going to win. I am so locked in that we're going to be fine. No, Corey? No. I would much rather play just Magneton and just hope they don't have Psyduck. But yeah, I'll have all the Zero Aura lists, all the bad ones. I'll have Lurantis, all the bad ones, which is all of them. I remember, I didn't go for the Dusknoir because I didn't want to. I didn't go for the Dusknoir because I didn't want to, because I knew they were going to flip tails on the Togekiss. Suck my butt. Okay. In my defense, I'm an idiot. But we do knock out the Dragapult next. Is that really necessary, PDCGL? Was that really necessary? Wait, why does Dragonite get a special animation? Wait, has that always been there? Does every Mega have that, or was that just a Dragonite specific thing? Because as you know, I don't pay attention to what I'm doing. I have other things on screen that are much more important. You know, I only have 2 monitors. Guess what's on one of those monitors? Every Mega? Okay, I just clearly don't pay attention. It's in today's patch notes. Bum. Yeah, I'm F5ing. And they got... Okay, that's fine. And the Emboar is also fine. Because I actually would rather you knock it out than trap it. Alright, so... I knock out the Dragapult because we have Blaziken. But they're going to slowly beat me off, which is very bad. Okay, that's just... Come on. Double heads on Togekiss? The double heads, really? Is that really necessary? Alright, so let's go. Seething Spirit. Go into you. There's no reason to do anything. Let's get Grand Tree and Basic Energy, I guess. Let's go into you. Let's Eerie Glow. All right, well, as long as they don't have bosses, Dragapult will be fine. And I can... I can hold off for 2 turns. But it's very unlikely. Like, my win condition would have been Emboar, Delphox, and a ton of energy. Obviously, I don't have that because I have all my Pokemon in my hand. You can't see the double Charizard. You can see... I got all the things. So, I got all my Pokemon in my hand. So, unlike Advanced Battle, the power is not in my hand. I guess technically the power is in my hand, but I wish it wasn't in my hand. Because we all live in a Pokemon world. That's the song. Yes, I'm a degenerate. Yes, I actually haven't seen every episode of the... Oh my... If... I don't deserve this, okay? Oh yeah, now you flip tails. I don't deserve this, okay? I deserve to be happy. All right? You know, I deserve to be a happy person. You know, more YouTubers should give me money because they should feel bad for me. You know, El Tito gave me 20 bucks. I mean, that's like $50 Canadian. Okay, but can we, for the first time, can we get like actually a setup here? Okay, everyone cross your toes, okay? There's well over 100 people watching. That's at least 201 feet and at least 7,000 toes. All you have to do is just squeeze them, cross them as hard as you can, okay? Cross all your toes. You have 10, so that means you can cross all of them, because that's an even number. Cross all your toes, that we get the turn, well, I guess 2, Grand Tree and a Delphox into the best things we could ever want. Well, I'm glad we're mulliganing. 4 mulligans, fantastic. Okay, we got it. As long, oh my god, if we prize the freaking Grand Tree, I am going to be like, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so see, this is why you play Lumio City, so you don't get donked. Obviously, it depends on the matchup, but I don't think, you know, I'll either put the Lumio City down or I won't. I mean, that's kind of the 2 options, but that'll be what I do. But does anybody have any title ideas? Oh, that narrows it down. Thank you. That really narrows it down as to what we're facing. You know what? I'm going to take a risk. I'm not even going to check the deck to make sure if we have anything. We're just going for it. If this is B-Drill, that's awesome. We got this. Okay, it still tells me nothing. But does anybody have any ideas? Mods, ban PB. Mods, get PB out of here. So what should the YouTube VOD title be for this? I played Mega Slowbro and Mega Delphox. Should it be like, oh, Mega Delphox? Yeah, don't play Mega Delphox. You know, this Mega Delphox deck surprised me with how bad it is. Mega Slowbro. Oh, I wish I get a bro job from this Mega Slowbro deck. This Mega Delphox. And then I'll put like a surprise shocked. Oh, they're using Dawn early. Oh, if only. I mean, I could believe in the heart of the cards. I kind of feel like I have to use Judge, though, right? Kind of feels like this is a Judge turn. Mega Slowfox? No. Well, let's just let the heart of the cards decide. I don't even think there's a way that I win this game. But what if I did? Right? What if I did? And then you're all just like, wow, you're the best player of this game. Alakazam never even stood a oh, geez. Alakazam never even stood a chance. Sunny's leaving. Sunny's already left you. All right, so let's attach in case I get the things. Nah, let's just go. Yeah, let's just, in case you survive. There's no way you're surviving because they have like a million cards they're drawing next turn. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Okay. I see what's going on here. I don't think the Ludicolo is going to make any sort of difference, but we're still doing it. All right. I mean, hey, that's fine. Fox and Friends. There you go. Is that really Fox with bro? Do you even? Yeah. Playing with my Firefox. You should watch this on a new browser. Something about Firefox? I don't know. Go Fox yourself. Yeah, they got the Grand Tree. They're probably gonna go get 2 cannon. Because remember, the Kadab, yeah, the abilities don't activate because it has to be played from hand. So if you use Grand Tree on Kadabra or Alakazam, the ability doesn't activate. All right, so how many do they need to deal 300? They need They need 20 cards. They need 20 cards in hand. And post them in the Discord because I'll forget. So they need 20 cards in hand. It is very, very likely that they do that. But they have to go Dunsparce, Rare Candy Alakazam, and then like Dawn. I believe that's how they do it. Because they can't get a 2-cannon down. That's not enough draw. It would have to be Dunsparce, Alakazam. I don't think they got it. I believe they do not got it. Simply because they wasted a Poffin. So I think they're prepping for next turn to do it. Boner Zone? What? Why is Alakazam playing neutralization? What the hell? We got Dragapult playing Trolley. We got Alakazam playing Neutralization Zone. That's not very nice. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know if I play bosses. I guess this is just a retreat into Reuniqueless and take the KO with Reuniqueless. I guess. Because this isn't the reason I put Reuniqueless in the deck, but it is fun. Because I can judge they're going to be out of resources, but we know they're going to have bosses. Oh no, I have Lumio City. What am I fretting about? What am I, a guitar? I don't need to fret. Huh? Nah, you like that? See, I think this is I think El Tito's wishing, how do I refund a donation on YouTube? You need 20 cards, bro. See, that's the thing. You don't know the number of cards in your feet when you're on desktop. So I believe I have 4 judge. They're still short. That's 16. Yeah, I can Ninetales, I can Reuniqueless, I can Wallies, I can do whatever I want. I think Ninetales is the best because then I can hard retreat, Blaziken to the Ninetales, judge, and then something. And then something. Oh, and because I expanded chat to fit the YouTube audience, so I wanted to expand chat. You know, I do care a little bit about all of you. You know, it's not just the money that I like. It's not just when you give me money. All right, so that goes there. Really makes you wonder why you just did all that. All right, so let's go hard retreat into the Ninetales. Blaziken. I mean, because I have 4 judge, I think it just makes sense to judge here. All right, there's an energy. Now what do I do? Because I have 2, so I think I have to attack with Blaziken, right? Or, I mean, Blaziken and Delphox basically have the same number of hit points. All right, there we go. That's knocked out. You know, hey, this Mega gives up 1 extra prize card. Oh, it must have a ton more hit points. No, it's got 30. That's a Badoo. Still no patch notes, by the way. If you were wondering. Maybe at 5 p.m. You know, this stream will not end until we get patch notes. Why would you give me a Pheasant Skibbity? Well, because I don't think I have bosses, but we'll be fine. And Owen, I got some bad news. It's already irrelevant. So we'll do one more game after this. I will go back to the water build because we had success with that randomly. We randomly had success with that. All right, there's 2-cannon, which is just a great card. And yeah, they got the Fez, which is really bad for me. But I can take the knockout with Reuniqueless. And that, or do I just go for Blaziken? Because I don't have another Ninetales. And, you know, Wally's Compassion is my heal card, but that's not going to help here. So if I go Blaziken, actually, no, I Blaziken first. Right, I Blaziken first, because then I can retreat. Yes, very smart. Miyamo Smarty Pants. All right, so let's go Smolder Salt. I've definitely still lost this, by the way. And Wug Trio, I played it, oh god, a month or two ago, and it was not good. And the air balloons are not pulling their weight. Fantastic. You know, maybe I play, what is it? Not Meddling Memo, the opposite. The Not Meddling Memo, the other one. The one that looks at the top 3 cards of your deck. Miyamo like Fido. There we go. So I can retreat into the reunique list, give it an energy. Seduction Kit. Thank you, Azure. Yes, Seduction Kit. All right, so I have lots of Judge. I have 4 Judge in the deck, so naturally I can't find them anywhere. And they need 18 cards to take the knockout, so they're actually in a pretty bad spot because they've used Alakazam, they've used Pheasant Skibidi. The Dunsparce would only get 3, and they would need an energy. So I think they need the Dunsparce and Kadabra. So they need a Dunsparce and Kadabra, and then they can't play any other cards. But then I also, 40, 80, 120, 160. Yeah, then I still take a knockout. I just need to find an energy. Gwen, damn it. You know, this is, I'm going to try to show this off, Gwen and Alakazam, because it is kind of crazy to put Gwen and Alakazam. Because it's like, you put Sacred Ass, you eat as much Sacred Ass as you can, and it's actually kind of playable. Okay, so yeah, there's the Dunsparce, but they're going to be one short because they have to attach an energy. Slimester, it's new. What makes Delphox so much better? It's new. Shiny Ray Ash. Like, catch them. As long as they don't have I think they did the math wrong. They did the math wrong. Unless they have Kadabra, which they probably do. Okay, there's Telepathic, but they're currently one short. Will Mega Totsidiri ever be good? If we get a coin reflip card, because 2 heads is 300 damage, but you still need 3 energy, which kind of sucks. I'd rather just play Wailord. But 3 energy, flip 3 coins, 150 damage. It's not the worst card ever printed. It's just we need a reflip card. Yeah, you can tell they're doing the math, and it's like, I gotta give them like a sad face or something. There should be a way to let your opponent know, because they don't have the hand counter. They don't know the size of their feet, right? If there was a way to let them know, like, hey, you're one short, bro. I mean, yeah, there's the Kadabra. They got it. No, it's an Alakazam, so they must have rare candy. So they have rare candy, so they just perfectly got it. That is insane. And now I lose the game. All right, well, the final game of the stream is going to determine, do we have a plus or minus win ratio? And even with the stupid Ludicolo, even with the freaking Ludicolo, and 4 Judge in the list, we still got bodied by Alakazam. I could have put the Skeledirge in the deck, which is immune to Alakazam. Just no. Just no. I hate you. I hate you. Please give me an energy. Suck my butt. Okay, so we're going to the last game. God. Oh yeah. Hey, what if you put Incineroar in the deck instead of the Skeledirge that does? Oh, how am I at 1465? I'm a little further down than I thought, and that's how I learned how much of a foot I can fit in my. Okay, so yeah, 1465. I feel like maybe we've lost a lot more than 8 games, but 8 to 9 will be the final outcome. So maybe at 5 p.m., which is a minute away, we will know the patch notes, because I will be logging off after this game. So either we'll know or we won't know. But no, it's not. No, Alakazam is just that good. There's a reason why Alakazam is a top 10 deck and why Mega Delphox isn't. You know, I'm starting to think there might be a reason why Alakazam is a top 10 deck and why Mega Delphox is not. Shocking, I know. This is not up to date, but you really only should pay it. You really only should pay attention to the oh, my butt needs to get sucked so hard. You should really only pay attention to the weekend results. I don't really pay attention to the weekday results because, you know, more like people have more time on the weekends. All right, so here we go. We're gonna Colress for Grand Tree and Energy. We got Grand Tree. We got 2 Fire Energy. So in this situation, how many Fennekin we got? We got 1 Fennekin. Well, then I'm going to keep the one in my hand secret, and I'm going to keep it safe. Or do I? Actually, yeah, because I do want to have an energy in the discard pile ahead of a Blaziken. So I think it actually makes sense to thin the deck by 1 card, put the Fennekin down, lose the energy, because I'm fully set up to do the thing next turn. But Ray has fallen off. PB, why are you saying that like you haven't watched my video? Owen, we have Mega Signal. What are you talking about? We have Mega Signal. That's all we need, right? All we need is Mega Signal. Uh-oh. That's all we need is just Mega Signal. All right, here we go. Greatest turn in the history of the universe. I'm going to go Pokegear to thin out another Colress. Oh, there's a Judge. Uh-oh. I guess I should use Judge? Not this turn. Or do I use Wally's Compassion? I guess Wally's Compassion makes more sense. All right, so we go Grand Tree. Sure, PB. Sure. Sure. Yeah, so I won't do another Delta Rain, like, check-in video until after 30th Celebration is out, because a lot of things have happened, but not enough to justify looking again. All right, so, ooh. This is pretty good if I just get a playable hand. All right, so Mega Greninja, I think, would win me the game. But I have Wally's Comp Ass Ion. So I can Resentful Refrain and Okidogi. I have Greninja EX, so remember, I can use Mirage Barrage a lot. Right, so I can... I don't think I have enough, because I would have to retreat off the energy from Mega Delphox if I wanted to Mirage Barrage this turn. Which I don't think I can do, right? Because I would need 2 energy. Wait, if I can get 2... No, I don't think it's possible, right? I don't think it's possible to Mirage Barrage next turn. Right? Because I would have to use my manual attachment on Mega Delphox, but I have to put 3 energy on Greninja. Please tell me I'm doing this correctly. Please, everyone, press 1 if my math is correct, that I cannot use Mirage Barrage next turn with access to 2 Blaziken. Good Punch, more like Worst Punch. There's no way, right? There's Judge again. And no patch notes. So we didn't do it. We didn't get the patch notes. Okay, so let's go. They did the stupid Frostlass thing. That's cool. Love that. So wait, if I go Wally's Compassion and then have that for that, because I don't have enough Wally's in this list, that would make sense. So let's go Trick Portal, Seething Spirit, put that there, and then Trick Portal, hope for somebody good. Ooh, Bastiodon. Oh, but also Mega Greninja. No, Bastiodon's too funny. Bastiodon is just way too funny to screw them over. Be like, hey, bro, what if I plopped a hot, stinky Bastiodon all over your face? And then next turn, I can use Mirage Barrage and I can use Mirage Barrage like every turn if I just get rid of the stupid Shaman. But also, I have access to Eerie Glow, right? I can use Eerie Glow and confuse them. Uh-oh, do they not know? Oh, they're going to bring up the Bastiodon. Okay, that makes sense, but also not really. So that's a good idea. I'm going to obviously use Eerie Glow. But this is kind of funny that I'm going to lose to Okidogi. And it just goes to show you that I was correct to not be excited about this. I was right to not be excited about playing this deck. All right, so they have to retreat. They have to attack with a fresh one. If I had Enhanced Hammer, I could really screw them over. And they got healed from Burn. But they're going to have to hard retreat. They're going to lose a Prism Energy unless they're really feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Oppenheimer, next stream is Monday. What are they doing? Oh, so they didn't want to lose the Prism. That's very smart. Everybody, we're facing somebody who knows what they're doing. You should all be very scared. There's more Judge. Let's go. Hard retreat. Get rid of Fire Water. Go into Greninja EX. Blazing Chicken. A Water. Water to you. And then Shinobi Blade. Shinobi Blade. Then what do I want off Shinobi Blade? I don't even know. I don't even think there's anything I can get that's good. The deck is just basically get Delphox and then hope. The deck is basically just get Delphox and then, you know, kind of hope. You know, if you get the Delphox into play, that's the only strategies. If you can get Delphox down, you'll try to figure it out from there. So the streams for the rest of the month should just be every Monday, every Thursday. And then I won't stream in September. Lucky Helmet. I won't stream in September until the 15th, which is a Tuesday, which is 30th Celebration launch day. Okay. In this situation, I go Water Energy to you. Hard Retreat. Mega Frostlass. And then stay where we are. Then just go Resentful Refrain. They draw some cards and we'll be fine. Press 1 if you think I can win this game. That includes you, YouTube. If anyone on the YouTube side thinks I can win this game, press 1. So I have, of course, I prized tier 2, which would have been kind of useful. I do have Auroras, which reduces incoming damage by 50, which would turn this to 120, but I have to waste a turn. And 3. And Tyler, don't think I've forgotten about you, Tyler. Don't think I've forgotten what you did, Tyler. Thank you. Thank you, Tyler. All right, so the stupid Shaman, of course they got the damn Shaman. It's a crying Shaman. They got it. All right, so if I get Wallies, if I find my final Wallies, then I think I can maybe try to do something with Mega Delphox. But at this point, we're just sucking huge butts. Huge butts are getting sucked right now. Okay, so Fire Energy. As much as I want to put the Fennekin down and use Steady Fire Breathing for KO, I can't. As much as I want to do the really, really funny thing, I can't because then they go down to 3 prizes and that's just a Mega KO for game. All right, so let's go Smolder Salt, take the KO. They have nothing on their back. I can't remember the lyrics to that Sum 41 song. I'm sorry. I haven't heard it in like 15, 20 years. There's nothing on my back. That's all I remember. Yeah, this card. If this card wasn't here, casually, fun fact, that will be shown. 69% won, damn straight. There will be a Morpeko EX video in your future. A little late for the Patrat, though. Wait, what? Wait, what is happening? What are you, what? Oh, because they couldn't attack with the Solrock. They couldn't because they don't have a Lunatone. All right, so then we go, yeah, just retreat. Blazing Chicken. And then Seething Spirit. Speaking of Seething Spirit, I watched the new Avatar movie. And I was surprised to see so much negativity about it. Like, it is, they basically had to remind everyone that, hey, we haven't seen any new avatar, like Aang-focused avatar content in 20 years. They basically had to remind everyone, and I thought they did a great job. So if you haven't seen the movie, it's on Paramount Plus. I highly recommend it. People were just mad that it wasn't, oh, after 20 years, it didn't live up to every expectation I've ever had. But no, do not let them get you down. It is good. Okay, it is very much worth watching. Yes, it has problems, but again, it's the first piece of Aang-led, content in 20 years. They had a high bar, and they had to also remind everyone, like, who Aang is. Okay, so they got energy retrieval. Yeah, and then he married the moon. Exactly. I mean, hey, I did put that on the VODs channel. What did you misclick or something? What's going on? All right, well, let's go. Hey, everybody, let's just do everything I just did. But again, all right, so there's Blaziken, and yeah, we'll put the fire energy there. I guess I just attach that, because why the hell not? And then Smolder Salt. And TRX, but then what do you do? Right, I had ideas, like Cradilly Dally would be kind of funny. You put 4 of those in play, you get a bunch of status conditions, but you'll never hit what you need off a Trick Portal. Right? Look at the top 9. I prized my best Pokemon every matchup this game, it seems like. Every matchup this stream. And then whenever I needed something, it just never showed. I was just like, I'll just take it. I'll just take it hard. Oh, yeah, as hard as you can. Okay, so then there's Chloris' Stochasticity. Let's go Academy at Night, Fire. I have a bunch of Wallies in the deck. All right, well, my options are not great. I think I just go for Mega Delphox right now. All right, I think that's the strat, is just Mega Delphox and see what happens. So we'll go Water, because they can't knock out Mega Delphox. Remember that? I probably shouldn't have done this, but whatever. Because they're going to be 10 damage short of a Mega Delphox KO. And Machiavelli, welcome in. And they have to retreat the Okidogi or flip heads. Oh, God! Okay, but they also have to flip heads on Confusion. Okay, they're also confused, so they also have to flip heads on that. But yeah, I thought of ideas for Mega Delphox. There's so many things you could do that are just subpar. Here I at least tried. Blowtorch. Hey, Blaum. Huh? Anyone watch the Love? Okay, that's fine. I was worried that was a good card, but it's just Tools Crapper. It's a really crappy card, if you know what I mean, because it has the word crap in it. Okay, there's no way the last card in your hand is an energy. You got to do it, bro. You got to do it, bro. Yes. Yes. Yay, we win. I'm that good. I'm that good at Pokemon cards. I'm the #1 Pokemon card player in the... and they conceded. So we won 9. I had a positive win ratio. I have been ratioed, but in a good way, as the kids would say. I have been... oitard. That's ratio... Never mind. YouTube audience, thank you. El Tito, thank you again. I'll be back on Monday. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, now that we're at the Twitch portion, it's time to raid somebody. So yeah, everything was about how I thought it would be. Mega Delphox was disappointing and way too risky and just not enough good. Like when Mega Slowbro was revealed at the start of the year, it's done exactly what we thought. Like it can knock out Dragapult and it's kind of annoying, but if they knock out your Clefairy, you're screwed. So yeah, Reuniqueless is better because it only gives up a single prize, but that's about it. All right, so no patch notes because they forgot. Let's use in the same category to raid. Let's go. Is anyone? All right. Well, let's raid Yucky Bee. So it'll be a raid and run because I'm not about that life anymore. I don't raid and watch people anymore. You know, I'm a cool streamer. I'm the kind of I'm a big streamer. I don't have time to interact with other streamers. I'm just too important. So yeah, we back on Monday after the full set list guide on Saturday, which is going to be absolutely terrible. And I have to spend 30 minutes talking about the crappiest cards you've ever seen. Please feel bad for me.